the world, don't need no one to side with me. Just because you hating on me, don't mean we a rivalry. This food for thought, I know by neuroscience, see. No need for that focus spoon, this one for your mind to eat. See, I'm not trying to preach, me, I'm just trying to reach out and let them know no giving up, get that offensive rebound. Cause any day could be your last, and know that they will never break you long as you control the glass. The world back to this and that about your color. It's starting to feel like March for nothing. Damn, did we forget about the dream that had us stitched together? Now we breaking from the seams. No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days. I hope that no more of my people go away, you know. But it's cold out here, keep it cold out here. You gotta pray.
I ain't looking back on my past, I don't need the review. I'm looking forward to the future with a clear view. And yeah, they can try and walk them out, but these the wrong shoes. Can you relate to being down and out? Just seems to haunt you. You start from the bottom, only option is to come up. My past is not Maybelline, so that I just can't make up. The same one stab you in your back, quick to shake up. And you can change the situation long as you wake up. This cold world freezing, bro, I'm trying to get a winter coat. And when they start burning bridges, get a bigger boat. Now I'm paying for my past mistakes like a scapegoat. And I can see they true colors without a microscope.
No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days. I hope that no more of my people go away, you know. But it's cold out here, keep it cold out here. You gotta pray. Let's go. I've been feeling down, but don't worry, I'ma stand up. I gotta stay strong, even though they shot my man up. See, I thought I was the sickest till my cousin died from cancer. Now I feel like Michigan, cause I'm on top of Indiana screaming. Feeling down, but don't worry, I'ma stand up. I gotta stay strong, even though they shot my man up. See, I thought I was the sickest till my cousin died from cancer. Now I feel like Michigan, cause I'm on top of Indiana screaming. No happy day, I'm on top of Indiana screaming. No happy day, I'm on top of Indiana screaming. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days. I hope that no more of my people go away, you know. But it's cold out here, keep it cold out here. You gotta pray. Let's go.
Yeah, this one of those joints. About to take a trip from life. My plane leave in 5 minutes. About to take a trip from life. Can't worry about who do you wrong, even if you treat them right. I know that I be stressing out. Got you keep me out my feelings. Cool on all the fake love, so you know that I be chilling. I just need a lot of space. The moon is my paradise. Looking for what to give, couldn't find a campsite. Trying to book a round trip, only found it one way. Rolling up another one while we on this overlay. Captain of the flight I took, had a little turbulence. Tried to shoot the dream down, prep with the air defense. Needed me a fire hook, D-Rob helped me set a plane. Soul food on the private jet, twisting up Miss Mary Jane. About to take a trip on life.
About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight.
In first class, counting cash, rolling grass and paper planes. Superman ain't here to save you, and you not Miss Lois Lane. Stewardess is stupid thick. Mary is this beauty name. Say she smoked that OG Kush, so she not no plain chain. Malaysia, what I call this smoke. Might go missing on this trip. A lot of people acting funny. Sunday morning comic strip. I roll alone, I smoke alone. I don't need your fellowship. This ticket cost me some chips, but I still chose to dip. You say you wanna do what? But she scared of heights, rolling up this backwood, cause I don't wanna miss my flight. Oh, your man bugging out, you don't have the time to fight. Soon as I pass the light, baby, take this trip from life. And you can stay the night.
About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different
I put
flight.
my thoughts up in my swisher, smoke my pain away. You know when it rain, it pour, and it's a rainy day. Time to get up on this mission. Gotta make another run. Blowing all this green. I'm looking like a leprechaun. I can't let your mind get the best of me. Yeah, I put that up on Stephanie. Gotta make these ends meet. I know you niggas wanna end me. You ain't a stand up nigga. That's why you niggas can't stand me. I'ma bust you like a grape before I let her fully jam me. I got my second, I'm coolin'. Shorty, she clapping that booty. I just smacked her on the cheek. Then I told her, let me see. You gon' have to free that thing. You know ain't shit free. I rolled up on the arch, then lit that kitty straight to sleep.
I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight.
It's your boy JTiggs. Long gifted family, if they ever mention me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Let a nigga say I can't, I made it happen then. Realest nigga in the room, y'all a bunch of mannequins. The loudest in the room is spoke, I may never speak again. Looking for a sheep's opinion, it's the wrong lion's den. Niggas start to count me out, I just count it up. Half off on haters cashing out cause I ain't got enough. Attitude Sierra Russ, I ain't used to give a fuck on niggas necks like bow ties. I don't plan on letting up. Told niggas I was taking off, ain't no catching up. Always counting blessings, being lucky just ain't good enough. Nowadays niggas need Oscars, they acting tough. Money ain't the topic, then my name you shouldn't bring it up. Niggas told me I was fake, it didn't mean much. Wake them up like coaches, they just hit me with the mean mugs. Throwing dirt on JTiggs, gon' drag it through the mud. Long as they keep talking about me, I'll never be a dud. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Heard niggas talking about me, but I got tunnel hearing. Seen niggas turn on me, must be full of power steering. Standing on my own 10, guess that I was overbearing. Lord protect me from the rumors, people started disappearing. A lot of people talking shit, guess they got a potty mouth. If they ever talk me down, they can never talk me out. I don't do the sneak, this is called that a whisper out. Money talk, most you niggas quiet as a church mouth. Silence is secrecy, I don't really talk a lot. If you not talking money, then I might just lose my train of thought. When you start making moves, that's
that's gonna bring the gossip out.
what y'all
If they
talking
talking on my name, that's what they gon' gossip
see
about.
what
You
the convo
heard that I'm
about.
moving up, bitch, this ain't the Jeffersons.
no
Wanna
Jeffersons.
tell my peers something,
Going on,
tell them who I'm better than. Talk with moms the other day, she told me that I better
I
win.
got you,
Love
mama.
a lot of people in the spring, foul
Bye-bye.
weather friends. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Fuck them niggas' opinions, they don't mean shit, keep them talking about me. Hey.
With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the times the money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today.
Fucking go. Welcome back, Knuckleheads. Season 2 of Saint Street. That's what we're going with. I just got really lazy for a minute. Had to deal with life. It happens. Y'all know me. Saint.
Adam.
Michelle.
They're so boring with their introductions.
Short and sweet, buddy.
Short and sweet.
I'm short
Loudest
and
person in
sweet.
the room's usually the jackass in the
That's
room.
right.
That makes me the jackass.
Yeah.
So anyways, we got a lot of stuff planned. Just make sure you're listening every week. We upload twice a week. And we will roll it out to you.
So technically they're DP'd every week.
DP'd. Everybody loves a good DP. I don't. I know Adam does.
I definitely do.
Just gotta get in both.
Yeah. Something you gotta ease into.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta yell.
So a few changes this time around. We're going to open it up with a segment that we're going to call the Social Media State of the Union, where we talk about things that are trending and give you our jackass opinions on them.
The real opinion. The American opinion.
America. Anyways, you want to start this out, Adam?
You want to do my segment, or are we just going to go into those?
Let's talk about Area 51.
Oh, alright. People are fucking idiots. And start off as a joke, and it's still hilarious. But a lot of people are going to die. Like, a lot of fucking people are going to die.
I mean, that...
I think maybe realistically, like 20 people are probably going to show for this thing. It is not going to be a massive amount of people. I just don't see it forming. I think a lot of people think it's funny to jump on the bandwagon and be like, I'm going, ha. And when push comes to shove, they're going to stay at home and live their normal life.
Try to
I
make
don't
plans
think
with
that
somebody
many people
for a
are gonna
Saturday
go.
night 3 weeks in advance and see how many people show up.
I'm always secretly waiting for somebody to cancel. I'm like, please cancel these plans. Please, because once I'm home, I don't really, if people are legitimately lazy. The internet has made us all recluse. Everybody is, because a lot of people are more introverted these days. And then, outside of the people that are always trying to get their shit out there and become, like, internet famous.
Now, see, I think there's a lot of dudes sitting in their mom's basements right now that are like, I'm going to do this.
I just don't see
Just
them
like they're
ever
going to get
getting
up and
out
get a
of
job
their
and get their
mom's
life
basement.
together and
Like,
get their own place.
Who's going to fund
Good
these?
fucking luck.
Yeah, like these guys don't have jobs. They don't do anything. They don't.
They can't afford the
contribute
gas to get to Area 51.
society. And anyways, who's going to fund their trip?
Their mom paying for the Uber there.
Exactly. Their
Their
mom's like, you're 37 years old, living in my basement. You know what? Why don't you go to Area 50? I'm going to pay for it, too.
And just hope we don't fucking come back.
I'm going to take out a life insurance policy before you go. I said insurance-y. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Shit happens. I'm rusty. Yeah, that I just
You
know.
realize what a fucking 50 cal can do to a human being, though? Like, if they decided they actually were going to show up and they were going to storm, what the fuck that does to a human being?
We're going to find out. I haven't seen it.
This is going to be like the one
I
time
mean-
anybody in the Air Force can ever say, like, they fuck some shit up. Like, this is going to be their war. Like, Army had Normandy, like, Air Force has Area 51. Like, they're hoping that they actually go through with this so they can actually, like, fuck some shit up.
I just, you know what, I will definitely tune in and watch, since now we know it's going to be live streamed.
Yes!
You heard this? So, I mean, if I'm wrong, that's fine, and I'll enjoy the show. I think, actually, if I am wrong, we should actually have a party.
We got a viewing party.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Viewing party.
Just sit back, get fucked up, and watch the massacre. I mean, shit.
That's a fucking live stream right there.
Yeah.
Only problem is I'm not going to Area 51 to live stream it.
No, but we found the link of somebody that was on Twitter.
There's that.
So if that ends up being a real thing, and we could just throw a viewing party, like if
Oh.
somebody having like a fight night party, same thing, just watch people getting massacred trying to invade Area 51, fuck yeah, I'll get drunk to that.
Get our
Every
reactions on it. Yeah.
What's going to be funny is if they're just like, you know what, fuck it. We're just going to open it up. Here you go. See, the problem is they already know it's coming. So whatever they got there, they're going to just fucking move it all to
Oh, it's
Area
already
53.
gone. It
See?
would already be
It's
gone.
already gone. I mean, I guarantee it.
The fucked up thing, though, what if they didn't? They know what's there. Like, go ahead. Come on in. We have this completely blocked off for a reason. You want to be a fucking idiot? Here you go. And then they just eat them all.
Yeah, I mean...
Can you imagine the probing that would be going on 24/7?
Here's the thing. Do you believe in aliens?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. There's
Absolutely.
something out there.
Yeah.
You have to be just...
Narcissistic to
Yeah,
think
that's
otherwise. I mean...
My thoughts exactly. But are they at Area 51? I don't know.
Oh, I guarantee it.
I'm
guarantee
sure they
that-
were back in like the fucking 40s or something, but to think that they still use that facility...
For that,
When
no.
when it's such
No,
a
no,
well-known
It's
secret.
probably, like, completely retired, but they're here somewhere.
Yeah,
I
they're
can
here.
get down with
Yeah,
that.
I completely agree they're here somewhere, but they're not fucking there.
You know, the mountains would be a great place for something like that.
I'm sure they moved back when
Carve
fucking people
out,
cared about the
carve
X-Files.
into the mountain? I mean, that's what I'd fucking do.
Start
So they're in the
that
Batcave.
shit.
Yeah.
Huh?
Alright, moving on. Little Mermaid. What do you guys think about
Who
this?
fucking cares? Why?
Right?
Who fucking cares?
It's a fucking fish with a human face.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I'm completely not excited for any of these live action remakes. None of them. I have zero interest in watching any of these things happen.
So you don't want to watch CG lions dance around and sing?
No. I have no interest in it at all. I say leave the classics alone. They were good as cartoons. I don't want to see...
Every cartoon, or not
Any
every
of this
cartoon,
stuff,
every
like-
trailer too. Like, I haven't seen any of them, but we watched trailers for them. They're all fucking awful. Like,
Oh, they're horrible.
Dumbo had the one, Will Smith and the Genie
Oh,
with the
awful.
one. Like,
Just terrible.
I haven't seen one that's piqued interest at all.
The way the Beast looked in Beauty and the Beast.
I
I mean,
forgot
it
about that
just...
one.
Oh, God. Which is my favorite, but...
Disney, you're fucking up our childhood.
Oh, you're
memories.
ruining it. Stop. While you're
Just
ahead,
stop.
just stop. The classics are classics. They're going to stay good. You don't need to be relevant. You're always going to be your Disney.
I mean, look what they did to Star Wars. You can blame all of the new Star Wars shit on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fucking Disney owns everything now.
Now they have all the Marvels still.
You know they own ESPN as well?
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one went off the rails, people, but at the end of the day, we don't care what color the Little Mermaid is.
No.
The point is, just don't make a live-action Little Mermaid. Problem solved.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, though. I believe it should be 100%. So, if you are replacing all these people with different shit to be PC culture, it should be across the board. So you should also be replacing her with some fucking black dude then. Like, it should be gender and everything.
Well, fuck it. Why can't Neil Patrick Harris be the Little Mermaid?
Exactly.
I would fucking love that.
He would
That's a Little
he would
Mermaid.
actually
I'd
play the
watch
part.
that
He'd
one.
play the fucking part well.
I'd watch it.
But, like, everything is being, like, every single movie now is getting the whole gender swapping. Should be the same way all the fucking female parts should be recast in male roles, too. Everything should be 100% if you're going to go.
Yep.
Just makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's not PC.
And now, an ad from Dad.
All right, save money on car insurance when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Can I take these off? All right. What is this? This looks good. Wow. That's well made. Where did you get this? I'm talking to you with the hair. Yeah, where did you get this? It's good stuff. That's solid. That's not veneer. That's solid stuff.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
What do you think?
Which is fucked up and ironic.
Fucked up and ironic. Well, the last thing, here's what grinds my gears.
Oh,
Yeah, man. You're on Facebook, and constantly it's dudes ain't shit. Bitches ain't shit. Well, here's the first thing.
But hoes and tricks.
When you say bitches ain't shit, maybe bitches aren't. But a lady, like, not all women want to be called bitches. If you call them bitches, they probably are going to act like they ain't shit. Just saying.
My question to you is, if you're the one posting this, are you bitches?
Yeah,
Say it.
yeah, exactly. If you're the one saying bitches ain't shit, you need to turn the phone around, hit the camera button, and take a picture of yourself and put it with the bitches ain't shit.
I mean, because this isn't like, you're not talking about just a male and a female interaction, a male calling a bitch out as being bitches ain't shit. I mean, there's women on women hate going on where women are doing this shit to each other. So, and
Most
that's
people
more
are so
common, honestly. So if you're the one posting that shit, are you bitches? Like,
Majority of the time when it's somebody bitching about the other gender, though, it's that same person who's had, like, the love of their life the third time, and it's only, like, 4 months into the year and shit.
I was going to say by Tuesday.
Yeah.
From the previous Friday.
Yeah. Like, it's always some shit like that, where 9 times out of 10, when you're reading it, you know that motherfucker's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, like, you know that person, like, and their life is shit. They do not have it to fucking together. So, yeah, you get ass. Congratulations, you're bouncing around, but it is fucking garbage booty.
Right.
Garbage booty.
And if all life is about to you is dating, same sex, opposite gender, whatever is your cup of tea, like, you're doing life wrong.
I know quite a few people that do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well into, like, going into retirement and shit that think that.
oh, serial daters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's think about everything else life has to offer. Tacos, beer, good movies, kids if you got them,
Video games.
tacos,
Dogs.
Weed.
So, yeah.
Sleep. I love a good coma.
Masturbation.
Masturbation.
Who doesn't love
Self-medication.
Yeah, who doesn't love a good yank?
Right? Sometimes you gotta punch the clown.
Tattoos. I love the feel of a needle.
Yep.
Right?
And the smell of the soap.
Oh,
Green
yes.
soap?
Soap?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Green soap is magnificent.
I always take when I leave, I always take like an extra paper towel with it on it, and I just sniff it on the way home. I swear to God I do. I sniff it all day until it wears off. I love that smell.
You get creepier and creepier the longer we're married.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
I can only get so hard. I can't promise you how this video's gonna end.
Yeah.
This may be going on Pornhub and not YouTube and Spotify.
Hey, we make money.
prefer XNXX.
You can make some money off that shit too.
Right? So, the State of the Union got a little derailed, but that's alright. It was our first go at it.
Every conversation with us gets derailed.
Every fucking one.
That's why we're us.
I would like to give a big shout out to Kate's Boutique, by the way. Doing some apparel for us. You can find her on Facebook at Kate's Boutique. Make sure you guys check her out. So next, Adam's got a little something planned for us.
Fucker.
If you see us swatting around, if you're watching, there's bugs
Ad or
and
something.
shit. So Adam, what do you got for us tonight, man?
I'm just gonna we'll name it What Pisses Me Off. That seems about right. Like, just keep that tone. What's gonna piss me off this week? Grown-ass adults who can't talk out their own shit like an adult. You hit a certain point in your age where everybody can be a kid at heart. I'm a fucking kid at heart. But, like, emotionally wise, you should be able to deal with certain shit accordingly. Like, there's just a switch that should go off in your head at a certain point and everybody gets there. Where you know you can't just deflect the situation.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, like 2 sentences can at least get something started where it's an easy fucking fix. Most people are too much of a bitch to say a fucking word. And then it just spirals out of control. Talk out your shit.
Talk out your shit, people.
Yep.
You heard it from Adam first.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure your mom told you that shit when you were little.
And you're welcome for the refresher.
That's right.
Always here for the refreshers.
Bunch of bitches.
Bunch of bitches.
Yep. That's what I got.
So now we got a couple questions from viewers, listeners, however you're watching or listening. What was the first one?
First one. Oh, let me think. We had the Area 51. Who thinks about sex more?
There you go. So we're going to post this question to you guys. Who thinks about sex more, men or women? You can find any of us on our Facebook page, and the poll will be posted there. And it will be up until the next recording where we will give the results. I think one of the other questions was, did my rash ever go away? Well, whoever's talking about my rash, you shouldn't be telling people about it.
Now I kind of want to talk about the rash.
Now
You
I
wanna
want to
talk
know
about
what
the
kind of
rash?
rash it
Now
is.
I'm curious on the rash.
I mean,
Was there really a rash?
Yeah, that would be my first question, obviously. Where was the rash located would be my second.
Well, sometimes you just gotta keep secrets, man.
Before you freak out?
There's beetle art. We're about to lose.
And BAM!
Look at that. You see how well that question got deflected? Next question. Why do people call it taking a crap
Instead of giving a crap.
instead of giving a crap? But conversely, why do you have to give a crap to care about something? See? Maybe the term is just monopolized.
See, I use give a fuck more than give a shit.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10 when I'm using, though, I'm saying 0 fucks given.
Yep.
So I rarely ever give.
No.
Unless I'm giving you the D.
Which I always do.
With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the Times the Money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that. Because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today.
But apparently she doesn't know how to ask for it. 2 sentences.
This is true. Good Easter egg back to the beginning. I like where you went there.
I bought it. You know? I'm
That
sorry.
shit bought and paid for.
I'm gonna touch it. Like, when you're showering and you're washing your face and your eyes are closed and you're standing there next to me, I'm gonna reach out, I'm gonna play with it a little bit. It's gonna happen. He's gonna freak out every single time that I do it.
Only when my eyes are closed.
For those
I
of
like
you
to know what's coming.
For those of you that can't see what's going on, when she said play with it, she swatted at that motherfucker like she was a kitty cat.
Yeah.
I do that, yeah, all the time.
Luckily, her nails don't have the sharp tips. So
Oh,
we're
I
good to go.
fucking hate those nails. Ooh, don't get me started. You want to talk about derailed.
I mean, that's what we're all about here.
How do
on
people
Sex
poop
Shit.
and wipe with those properly? That's my biggest concern right there is just hygiene.
Oh.
Like, how do you not cut yourself?
It'd be like a velociraptor trying to wipe his ass. It's not going to work out for you.
You just come off looking more like a bitch.
You'd have to be one of those people that immediately showers after pooping. You'd have to be. I used to be one of those people, so I can't say anything. But still.
I mean, I feel like I need to shower after I
Yeah,
give
but
a
there's a
shit.
difference between, like, feeling you need to and knowing you fucking need to.
Yeah.
Those people know they fucking need to.
Yeah.
Like, they need to have one of that removable head that's on the hose and get fucking in there. There's no way that they're cleaning properly.
And that's when you gotta get a bidet, man.
See? I'm very comfortable with my sexuality, but they don't make me feel right.
Here we go. It's got there. So you have never let her lick your asshole?
Lick, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's the extent.
Penetrate, no.
No.
You always
There's
do.
no, nope.
Water hitting it's no different than a tongue hitting it.
Nah, because
I mean, gravity
It depends on the force.
right, and I
I
just
mean-
got done pooping too, then it's going to be opened up a little. It's going inside you.
But it's gravity, man.
Nothing's going inside it.
It's gonna.
Well, it's like anal
No.
douchey.
Nope.
Ew. Oh.
I don't know. I think a bidet would be nice, man. Lonely night, go take a shit.
I'm
get a
stealing
surprise.
some of the border wall and I'm putting it on my butthole because ain't shit getting in there. Only out. I used to always just frown upon the whole exit only thing, but mine's a fucking exit only. Nope.
Exit only.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, it's been fun tonight.
Huh?
Nice night back. It did come back to butthole licking somehow.
It's just what
It's just
we
our
do.
thing.
It is our thing. So, you got another show coming up this weekend. Make sure you check us out. You can find me on Facebook at Saint Ty Havlin. Saint has 2 T's because Facebook doesn't like me to only have 1 T. So check me out. Adam, how can they find you, bud?
They can find me on here because they don't want to be my friend on Facebook. I can guarantee it.
Most people don't want to be your friend, period.
Most of my requests just sit in my inbox anyway. I don't really fuck with them. I let you sit there and fester for a little bit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Make you wonder if I saw it or not, what's going on. I'm a hard man to get a hold of.
Have you ever noticed, like, when he just goes, he sometimes sounds Scottish?
A little bit.
I'm okay with that.
I get random accents too.
I fucking love the Scottish accent.
I'm
If I
doing
could
it.
rock that, hell yeah, I would do it.
Oh.
I would do it constantly. No one understand me. You always yell at people. Yes.
I would just stay
100%
wet all
yes.
the time. All the time.
I feel like life would be easier with a Scottish accent.
I would never
Worst
have
case
to walk
scenario,
again.
like, all something didn't get done, they didn't understand you. Like, you always have a cop out for everything.
There you go. Alright, so, we will see you guys on the next one.
Chip chip.
Have a good night, knuckleheads.
Bye.
Goodbye, fuckers.
Hit the button, fucker.
Boop, boop, boop.
I got a button.
The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
The moon. Yeah. That's Hugo, tickling the ivories. He just saved by bundling home and auto with Progressive. Gonna finally buy a ring for that gal of yours, Hugo? Send her my condolences. Hi-oh! This next one's for you two. There's a burglar in my heart. Thank you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
And now, an ad from Dad.
All right, save money on car insurance when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Can I take these off? All right. What is this? This looks good. Wow. That's well made. Where did you get this? I'm talking to you with the hair. Yeah, where did you get this? It's good stuff. That's solid. That's not veneer. That's solid stuff.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Hey you! Listening to RTF Radio. This is Maka Buckheister. I'm with Just for Clicks. Join me live Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. You have live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Join me. It's a great time, y'all.
Big Blue Nation. This is the loyal BBN fan. This podcast is about the Kentucky Wildcats sports program and how awesome they are, showing the nation why UK is the best in the nation. The show will be Mondays during football seasons and Mondays and Wednesdays during basketball season. You can listen to the show on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Go Big Blue.
Hi folks, Dirk Bentley here. Being on the go is a big part of my life. I love seeing new places, meeting new people, and performing all over the world. For energy on the go, for me, it's 5-Hour Energy. It works fast, works long, and it tastes good. With 0 sugar and 4 calories. Try it. It could work for your on-the-go life too. 5-Hour Energy. Energy on the go.
Get 5-Hour Energy at your local Holiday.
Do you guys like unbiased, truthful, straightforward sports talk? Guys, check out the Marcus and Mike Show right here on the RTF Productions radio station, along with iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, follow us on your favorite podcast. Check us out. We upload our podcast 2:30 Monday through Friday Eastern Time. Have a great day.
At Farmers Insurance, we know a roof can withstand a lot. One exception being an airborne car. Seen it, covered it. Click for more.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Who says deck boards have to line up perfectly? The same deck board repeated again and again? Board is right. It's time to get out of line with new TimberTech AZEK multi-width decking at Lowe's. Multi-width decking comes in 3 distinctive widths from narrow to wide. Made from the finest synthetic materials in a range of natural colors so you can create designs and color combinations that go against the grain. Multi-width decking from TimberTech AZEK. See a Lowe's Lumber Associate for details.
Hey guys, I'm Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Cant Get Right Couple.
We are a fun-loving couple that's been married for 21 years. And what we do is we talk about the little issues that come up in the daily life of a couple. And we make funny videos about it.
We download our podcast on Mondays. And you can follow us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Spreaker, among others. Please don't hesitate to download, follow, and rate us on our show.
And please, don't forget to tell your friends and family about us. Again, my name is Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Cant Get Right Couple.
The Starlight Lounge presents an evening with the Progressive Box.
The moon, yeah. That's Hugo, tickling the ivories. He just saved by bundling home and auto with Progressive. Gonna finally buy a ring for that gal of yours, Hugo? Send her my condolences. Hi-oh! This next one's for you two. There's a burglar in my heart. Thank you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Amish.
Amish who?
You're not no shoe? What?
Kisses sweeter than Tupelo, honey. Little bit crazy like.
And good morning, everybody. That voice that you heard was my man, Billy Hatton. Billy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Oh, that was a good one.
Hey, man, I've been working on my dad jokes. I've made my son's over 8 years old now, so I got to get prepared for when he understands these jokes. So I've been working on them, man. So Chris is out on vacation again. His truck's broke down or something. That weird redneck, something's always broken, so he has to be tinkering or something like that. But I'm glad to have Billy on. So Billy, Season 2 of Mornings with Mike is definitely getting on to a great kick here. We've had some great podcasts, and I was strolling through Facebook again, getting in that vortex as we all do from time to time, and one of my buddies shared a video of a woman jumping into a polar bear pit. Yes, you heard right. She jumped into a polar bear pit. She was in this swimming suit, and there's 3 polar bears, and they ultimately ended up just beating the living crap out of her. Like, they were swiping her, kicking her, biting her, all that good stuff. They ended up shooting all 3 polar bears to save this woman's life, which is crazy in my eyes. So I'm going to open the floor up to you. What are your thoughts of this woman jumping into this polar bear pit?
First off, it's stupid. And then I think the fact that you have to kill animals because a lady was stupid enough to do that, I think that's unfortunate, where we're killing animals because humans are being stupid. But that's another portion of the world that we live in, as we talked about the other day.
Yeah, I guess this video is from 8 years ago, so it is somewhere over in Sweden. Reading this article, she wanted to prove that she was at peace with nature and she could jump into any pit with a live animal and survive because nature was happy with her or something crazy like that. This gets into what we talked about a little while ago, where our world's just fucked in the head. Like, if this woman truly thinks that she can jump into a pit with polar bears and live, like without somebody saving her, she's out of her fucking mind. Polar bears have never seen a human. I think the last time they maybe saw the human is when they got tranquilized and drugged from the North Pole down to the Switzerland Zoo or wherever they're at. I mean, so
it's crazy. You know, it kind of reminds me of a few years ago with Harambe, the situation there where, you know, the kid falls in and, you know, they have to kill the animal because adults aren't doing what they're supposed to do, watching their kid. It's crazy. You know, I don't understand it. And this lady thinks, oh yeah, let me just jump in a den full of polar bears and everything is just going to be okay. What a fucking idiot, man.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up that gorilla that they killed, because I recently just moved to southern Indiana when that happened, and like that was like world breaking news that they killed this. Like this, I believe the girl I think it's like 15 or 20 years old or something like that. But they actually had like protests and parades of like, why did you kill this amateur or like this feature at our zoo? Yada yada yada. Then you got to kind of ask yourself at the end of the day, what life is more important? Is it somebody at the zoo? Or is it a human life? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think honestly, I think every situation is different, but I can understand the zoo point of view of where we have to protect the people that's at the zoo or that's coming to the zoo, because if not, we're getting sued. But I think every situation should be different. Yes, if an animal attacks a customer, like when they're doing those shows and they have, you're interacting with the animals. If in a situation like that, then yeah, I think you have to put the animal down. But in situations like what we've seen, the two situations that we just brought up, in situations like that, hey, I think the animal life is more important.
Yeah, Mike, I kind of want to question this. Is like, why don't we have a non-lethal thing?
And now, an ad from Dad.
All right, save money on car insurance when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Can I take these off? All right. What is this? This looks good. Wow, that's well made. Where did you get this? I'm talking to you with the hair. Yeah, where did you get this? It's good stuff. That's solid. That's not veneer. That's solid stuff.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
I will say this. The Harambe situation was a tad bit different. You're dealing with a child. So let me clarify that. Harambe's situation was different. That was a child involved, a child who didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
In that situation, I can kind of see. I understand that one, but this situation, you're a grown person jumping into a den with a bunch of polar bears. You already know what's coming for you.
Yeah, I mean, kind of at the end of the day, that situation at the Cincinnati Zoo, that's a parent's just not being a parent there. Like what were you doing?
Agreed.
Like what were you doing to like let your kid basically fall I believe they climbed up like 3 or 4 feet and then they fell into the pit. So that situation is different, obviously. But my question is like we have all these non-lethal ways of hurting people. Like we have pepper spray, we have flash bombs, etc. Like, why don't these zoos have like some type of tranquilizer gun?
I thought they do.
But like every situation of us hearing this, they are killing the animals. Like they aren't tranquilizing
that's
them.
True.
So like I don't understand. So to bring up to your point here, I'm reading through these articles here, and there's a article where these kids were throwing walnuts at tigers. This tiger jumped the fence, mauled these 2 kids, and jumped back into the pen like nothing happened. What are your thoughts on that? Like should that tiger be put down?
Of them own?
What's that?
I think almost like they had real minds, like people minds. They knew how to do the crime and then try to get away with it.
Right? Like I kind of don't fault the tiger because these kids were throwing walnuts at it for a solid half hour. I mean, like it's on the security tape.
Yeah, somebody should have seen that.
Yeah, well, this tiger walks up to like the glass, like it puts his paw up on the glass and he does this little roar thing like, "Hey, I'm serious, stop this shit." And he goes and then he goes, lays
like
back down,
commentary.
and he's throwing more walnuts at him. And then just like in a blink of an eye, this tiger jumps. I don't know. It's got to be a 10-foot wall, clears it, kills these two kids instantly, and jumps back in it, and just lays back down like nothing happened. Like that. I mean,
wow.
Don't fuck with animals. Like honestly, like.
No, I don't mess with nothing that I can't personally beat myself. You know,
right.
I barely even like going to zoos. I think if I didn't have kids, I probably wouldn't even go to the zoo.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, like many people think many people think that zoos are torture too. Like they're keeping these animals in these enclosures that are 10 by 10. So like, do you think zoos are torture?
I don't know if they're torture because I could see torture. I think those animals really get treated really, really well.
Oh yeah, I mean, they get treated better than I do at my house. I mean, they get. They get breakfast, they get supper, they get a warm bed every night. They get the paint.
Yeah, so I think they get taken care of really well. I guess the mindset of it, I guess that's the torture part, but I think they get treated very well, better than most house animals and all that other stuff.
Well,
that's no different than you going to get a dog and saying, we're just going to lock them up in the house.
Yeah.
That's or in a fence. I don't really see the difference. Animals are animals, so I think those animals are getting treated well. I think they're all right.
At the end of the day, the woman that jumped in the polar bear's a complete fucking retard. What do you think?
Yeah, she's an idiot. She's an idiot.
The nature's going to save me from this polar bear. Come on. A polar bear,
she's at peace.
Like
a
polar bear stands like 10.5 foot tall. They're like 1,300 pounds, and their bite force is 16,000 per square inch. So, to really think that you're going to survive in a pit with polar bears in their home, you are an invader.
But you know the crazy part about it, though, Mike?
What's that?
She did survive, didn't she? Did she die?
No, she did survive. She had like a broken arm and a broken leg, but that's about it.
Ain't that something?
Yeah. 3 polar bears are dead because she's some type of hippie tree hugging, loving something another. But guys, this is mornings with Mike, with my man Billy Hatton from Unpopular Opinion. Billy, where can people find your podcast, bud?
Apple, iTunes, Google, Spotify, anywhere you find your, podcast, Stitcher, and all those other sites. We will be on Monday through Friday, starting next week on Monday, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard. That's 12 noon. And I have a new co-host.
Who is he?
He is a good friend of mine. I served with him in the military. Real name Royal Ford. Goes by OG Row. So at least that's his gamer tag. So y'all add him on Xbox.
Oh, dropping the gamer tags. If you guys want a real gamer tag, Tom Brady's ego, follow him on Twitter. Best Twitter handler feed out there, guys. But have a good day. Mornings with Mike. We out.
When she asked if I really was the king of the choppers. Bitch, I'm Mufasa.
Let me know if you rollin'. The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
Yeah. That's Hugo, tickling the ivories. He just saved by bundling home and auto with Progressive. Gonna finally buy a ring for that gal of yours, Hugo? Send her my condolences. Hi-oh! This next one's for you, too. There's a burglar in my heart. Thank you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
People have gathered around ideas since the beginning of time. Each successful collaboration pushing innovation forward. building a stronger future. Motorists Insurance Group and Brick Street Insurance have combined decades of experience to create an even better one-stop shop for agents and policyholders, encircling businesses and individuals with coverage at every step in life's journey. We are now Encova Insurance.
The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
Moon, yeah. That's Hugo, tickling the ivories. He just saved by bundling home and auto with Progressive. Gonna finally buy a ring for that gal of yours, Hugo? Send her my condolences. Hi-oh! This next one's for you two. There's a burglar in my heart. Thank you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Side with me. Just because you hating on me don't mean we a rivalry. This food for thought, I know about neuroscience. See, no need for that focus spoon. This one for your mind to eat. See, I'm not trying to preach. Me, I'm just trying to reach out and let them know no giving up. Get that offensive rebound. Cause any day could be your last, and know that they will never break you long as you control the glass. The world back to this and that about your color. Starting to feel like Mars for nothing. Damn, did we forget about the dream that had us stitched together? Now we breaking from the seams. No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's hard, you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days.
I'm looking forward to the future with a clear view. And yeah, they can try and walk them out, but these the wrong shoes. Can you relate to being down and out? Just seems to haunt you. You start from the bottom, only option is to come up. My past is not Maybelline, some that I just can't make up. The same one stab you in your back, quick to shake up. And you can chase the situation long as you wake up. This cold world freezing, bro. I'm trying to get a winter coat. And when they start burning bridges, get a bigger boat. Now I'm paying for my past mistakes like a scapegoat. And I can see they true colors without a microscope. No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's hard, you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy days, no happy days, no happy days, no happy days. I hope that no more of my people go away, you know. But it's cold out here, keep it cold out here. You gotta pray. Let's go. I've been feeling down, but don't worry, I'ma stand up. I gotta stay strong, even though they shot my man up. See, I thought I was the sickest till my cousin died from cancer. Now I feel like Michigan, cause I'm on top of Indiana screaming. Feeling down, but don't worry, I'ma stand up. I gotta stay strong, even though they shot my man up. See, I thought I was the sickest till my cousin died from cancer. Now I feel like Michigan, cause I'm on top of Indiana screaming. No happy day, I'm on top of Indiana screaming. No happy day, I'm on top of Indiana screaming. I'm tired of losing all my
About to take a trip from life. My plane leave in 5 minutes. About to take a trip from life. Can't worry about who do you wrong, even if you treat them right. I know that I be stressing out. Ganja keep me out my feelings. Cool on all the fake love, so you know that I be chilling. I just need a lot of space. The moon is my paradise. Looking for what to give, couldn't find a campsite. Trying to book a round trip, only found a one way. Rolling up another one while we on this overlay. Captain of the flight I took, had a little turbulence. Tried to shoot the dream down, prep with the air defense. Needed me a fire hook, D-Rob helped me steer the plane. Soul food on a private jet, twisting up Miss Mary Jane. About to take a trip from life.
About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different flight.
In first class, counting cash, rolling grass and paper planes. Superman ain't here to save you, and you not Miss Lois Lane. Stewardess is stupid thick. Mary is this beauty name. Say she smoked that OG Kush, so she not no plain Jane. Malaysia, what I call this smoke. Might go missing on this trip. A lot of people acting funny. Sunday morning comic strip. I roll alone, I smoke alone. I don't need your fellowship. This ticket cost me some chips, but I still chose to dip. You say you wanna do what? But she scared of heights, rolling up this backwood, cause I don't wanna miss my flight. Oh, your man bugging out, you don't have the time to fight. Soon as I pass the light, baby, take this trip from life. And you can stay the night.
About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different
I put
flight.
my thoughts up in my swisher, smoke my pain away. You know when it rain, it pour, and it's a rainy day. Time to get up on this mission. Gotta make another run. Blowing all this green. I'm looking like a leprechaun. I can't let your mind get the best of me. Yeah, I put that up on Stephanie. Gotta make these ends meet. I know you niggas wanna end me. You ain't a stand-up nigga. That's why you niggas can't stand me. I'ma bust you like a grape before I let her fully jam me. I got my second, I'm coolin'. Shorty, she clapping that booty. I just smacked her on the cheek. Then I told her, let me see. You gon' have to free that thing. You know ain't shit free. I rolled up on the arch, then lit that kitty straight to sleep.
I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different flight.
Hey you! Listening to RTF Radio. This is Maka Buckheister. I'm with Just for Clicks. Join me live Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. You have live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Join me. It's a great time, y'all.
Hey, it's your boy JTiggs. Long gifted family, if they ever mention me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Let a nigga say I can't, I made it happen then. Realest nigga in the room, y'all a bunch of mannequins. The loudest in the room is spoke, I may never speak again. Looking for a sheep's opinion, it's the wrong lion's den. Niggas start to count me out, I just count it up. Half off on haters cashing out cause I ain't got enough. Attitude Sierra Russ, I ain't used to give a fuck on niggas necks like bow ties. I don't plan on letting up. Told niggas I was taking taking off, ain't no catching up. Always counting blessings, being lucky just ain't good enough. Nowadays, niggas need Oscars, they acting tough. Money ain't the topic, then my name, you shouldn't bring it up. Niggas told me I was fake, it didn't mean much. Wake them up like coaches, they just hit me with the mean mugs. Throwing dirt on JTiggs, gon' drag it through the mud. Long as they keep talking about me, I'll never be a dud. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Heard niggas talking about me, but I got tunnel hearing. Seen niggas turn on me, must be full of power steering. Standing on my own 10, guess that I was overbearing. Lord protect me from the rumors, people started disappearing. A lot of people talking shit, guess they got a potty mouth. If they ever talk me down, they can never talk me out. I don't do the sneak, this is called that a whisper out. Money talk, most you niggas quiet as a church mouth. Silency and secrecy, I don't really talk a lot. If you not talking money, then I might just lose my train of thought. When you start making moves, that's gonna bring the gossip out. If they talking on my name, that's what they gon' gossip about. You heard that I'm moving up, bitch, this ain't the Jeffersons. Wanna tell my peers something, tell them who I'm better than. Talk with moms the other day, she told me that I better win. Love a lot of people in the spring, foul weather friends. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Fuck them niggas' opinions, they don't mean shit, keep them talking about me. Hey.
Big Blue Nation, this is the loyal BBN fan. This podcast is about the Kentucky Wildcats sports program and our awesome AR, showing the nation why UK is the best in the nation. The show will be Mondays during football seasons and Mondays and Wednesdays during basketball season. You can listen to the show on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Go Big Blue.
With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the times the money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today.
Hey guys, I'm Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the Cant
Get Right Couple.
We hope you guys are having a wonderful day.
You having a day?
Yes.
I am. We just came back in town today and it feels good.
Yes.
Yeah, visited my parents and some good home down cooking and some relaxations and it feels good. You feel better?
I can
Ready
go
for the
without
week?
being a real parent for a couple of hours.
Oh, it feels good, don't it, when you can just give your kids to
Somebody
else?
was hating on me.
So, Mom, thank you for
everything,
for taking the baby off our hands and let's just chill. Appreciate that.
Yes.
So anyway,
in this episode of the Cant Get Right Couple, take it away, bro.
We are talking about, has marriage changed you? Has marriage made you a better person? Or have you gotten worse since you became married?
Or have you become bitter
bitter
about some things that you assumed that was going to happen that didn't happen once you got married?
So basically what you're saying is, have you allowed the misconceptions that you had about marriage to change you since getting married? Is that what you mean?
Yes. So go back and watch if you're new to the Cant Get Right Couple, please check out our episode that's called The Misconceptions of Marriage.
Yes. And that was actually really good. Listen.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, has marriage changed me a little bit? I think it has. It's maybe a little bit more mature than what I was. I think the whole thing of marriage and family has definitely changed me.
And it changes a lot of people in the aspect of compromising. It's not just about you anymore. You have your spouse and your potential children if you don't have any, and you have a household now. You had a household.
A whole household.
So it does change you in a sense. But if you did have any misconceptions about marriage, that it was going to be easier, or what's another good one?
And it didn't take a lot of work.
Yeah, those misconceptions, throw those out the door.
So let me ask you a question. And just a lot of people talk about, well, when they get married, they're under the assumptions that a wife is going to do, or she's going to be a certain way once you guys get married. But once she's not that way, does that change you as a person? Now I can see where you mean by bitter at. Are you bitter with your spouse because you was expecting your wife to ask or act a certain way, and since they didn't act that way, now you're bitter towards them and you holding some resentment inside, which is before you got married. Maybe you didn't hold bitter inside, or maybe you didn't have these feelings that you have now because everyone's telling you, well, marriage is great, and your wife is going to do this and your husband's going to do this. And now that they don't do that, how are you reacting to that? I mean, how are you letting that form and shape who you are as a person, as a spouse, as a parent,
as a mother, a mother, father?
So
doesn't matter. Yes, those are some of the things that you have to think about once you get married, because while people these days don't care about, some people don't like the word divorce, but you have people out here that's been married for 15, 20 years that are just saying that, getting a divorce for whatever reason, they stay with their kids.
Yes.
So when I say that, I know that was kind of off the realm of the topic, but you have to really sit and think about those things. I'm going off track again.
We'll just get back on it then, because I was wondering when you was gonna bring it back around.
Don't do me like that.
Well, anyway.
Don't do me like that.
Did your ADHD kick in?
Yeah, it sure did.
Well, I don't really know why, because
what I'm trying to say, it goes into the misconceptions of being married. Yeah. You don't know another thing what people do is they compare their relationships to other people. Oh, well, so-and-so is doing this and so-and-so is doing that. Why are you not doing that? You can't compare your marriage to other people. So
basically, are you saying is that when you get married and the topic is, have you changed? Have you changed in the sense of now, once before, you didn't really compare people about what people is really doing, but now that you're married, have you become a person who loves to compare what you're doing compared to what somebody else is doing?
Yeah, because they look good.
So basically, you're seeing the outward, you're seeing a couple that you think has got everything together on the outside. You see them outside of the house and everything looks to be good, and you think that yourself, or you say to yourself, I wish my spouse was like this, so therefore our relationship would be better, but you really don't know what's going on behind closed doors of the other relationship. So changing you have been like, instead of just working on your own relationship and
you're trying to conform your relationship to being somebody else's. Yes. But like he said, you don't know what they went through what they're going through in that relationship. It may look good on the outside, and they may be going through something on the inside. This is why we can't assume what people are doing.
And you know what I've seen also is that once people get married, I don't know why, but when people get married, they become angry people for some reason. They become, bitter, as you said. They become resentful, and you have to those type of feelings that you have. Once you recognize the feelings that you have, then that's the point when you start putting those feelings in check And that's when you start recognizing it and you start talking to your spouse about it so you guys can figure out, okay, what's causing me to be an angry person?
And that's when you need to do that self-check and see what happened. You need to go backtrack and see what happened to take you to that stance of being bitter.
And you know, people say is that, well, when I get married, then things are going to change. I'll be a better person. Well, that ain't really.
That's just like saying I'm ratchet while I'm not pregnant, but as soon as I have the baby, I'm gonna be a whole new person. It don't work like that.
Nope.
It don't work like that.
It has to be a mindset.
It has to be a mindset, and your life is going to change after you have a baby. Yes. It will. But is that going to make you more ratchet or less ratchet? That determines on what you want to do for yourself. It has nothing to do with the baby, because there's plenty of women out there that are ratchet, that have babies that are still ratchet or more ratchet than what they were before they had the baby.
Was you ratchet?
Am I ratchet now?
Baby, you ain't. Baby, you're not ratchet.
Okay.
I love you.
Anyway.
You know? But on the flip side of that is, you know, when people get married, they do become, or they're in that process of really becoming happy. You know, they've been in bad relationships. They've been in, you know, abusive, you know, relationships. So I think people change for the better also, because you get in a relationship with that person that, you know, that you said I do with, that you really want to be with, and that person makes, you know, helps you, because only you can be happy. Only you can be angry. Only you can be upset. You have to choose these emotions.
And listen to me very closely when I say this. When you start becoming unhappy in your relationship, it really has, 9 times out of 10, or I would say maybe 80% of the time, it's not really what's going on between you and your spouse. It really has something to do with you, and you need to self-check yourself. Because when you have those emotions on the inside of being insecure, being jealous, or just feeling mad all the time or depressed, it's one of those things that you have to self-check on yourself. Then you could go in and try to figure out how can you fix that relationship.
That's good.
Doesn't matter. Your spouse can help you. They can buy all the gifts in the world. You can watch tons of movies, all of that other stuff. You can laugh for a few minutes. But if you're not fixing what's the problem with you, once all of that laughter is gone, you got to go right back.
Yep.
You're going to go right back. It's just like an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find that analogy with the alcoholic. Like a person that's depressed, they go to drinking alcohol. They get high off alcohol. Once the alcohol feeling is gone and they become sober, they got their problems all over again. You just masking the problems instead of fixing them and bringing up some coping mechanisms for yourself to be a better person for you and your spouse or your potential spouse and even your kids.
And one thing that we got to mention is when you're going through these changes, because most people go through these changes, whether they're up or down or whatever, you got to know that you got to want to go through these changes with your spouse. You know, you can't, it's really up to you as a person to figure out how am I going to be happy? How am I going to change this bitterness into happiness? Overall, if you really want it to be successful, then it's got to be something that you got to work with your spouse on. You can't go at it alone. You know, you can't keep all this inside. You got, and also if you have a spouse who's really willing to help you get through whatever it is you're going through for you to reach that goal of happiness, then you have to let them in so they can help you. You can't shut them out and just tell your spouse, like, I got this by myself. Well, you may think you got this by yourself, because if you got it by yourself, then you don't need your spouse. Then you just be by yourself.
And you wouldn't be depressed, because you could fix every problem that you have.
Yeah. So let the person that's closest to you, allow them to help you figure out. But I mean, you know, marriage is going to change you, whether it's for the best or for the worst. Some people say, well, I've stayed the same. Well, I mean, you know, I guess that's possible. You know, you can stay the same. But
you can still stay the same person, but do different things. People get that mixed up. Like, I think I've stayed the same person, but I've done different things.
Which is basically what it means to stay the same person is you staying true to yourself.
Your personality.
You staying true to the person that allows you into their life and that's who I am. You know, if I didn't like this then if I don't like, say if you don't like being around, say if you don't like being around people who like to keep up emotions and always like to argue and stuff like that. When you get in a relationship, then you want to stay true to that. I don't like being around people like that. I don't want to just start being that person of being around people who like to argue. Now that I'm with you, I want to stay consistent with who I am. I didn't like that before we got married, so I don't like that now, even after we're married. So you want to stay consistent, but you want to grow as a person in areas of your life. So I think change, whether people say, well, I'm still the same, or I got worse, or I got better, I think change over time will happen, because they always say what you see is not always what you're going to get. That could be a positive or that can be a negative. You have to figure that one out, because only you can.
Yes, brother. Preach.
Broke it down.
Break it down.
That was
break
good.
it down. Break it down.
Look at it. So,
well, while this video wasn't as fun as we normally do, it was one of those topics that people
it wasn't as funny.
It wasn't as funny, but it's one of those topics that people deal with every day, but they don't address the issue.
They don't address the issue.
Yes.
Until it's completely out of hand and like, well, I think we should separate. No. I think we should divorce. We're not even going to go separate. Let's just move out, file paperwork, and let's move on with our life. Where if you would have did one thing, if you would have joined together and communicate as one, then many things could happen because of that.
And this is why communication is one of the most important, if not the important love language in a relationship. Whether you are married, potential fiance, or you're just dating right now.
These are conversations that you have to have, because these things are going to happen.
Because there's a lot more people seeking divorce that haven't even been married 5 years yet.
So,
and it's crazy. So, we're going to close out this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. And I'm Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Cant Get Right Couple.
We'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye now.
With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the times the money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that, because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today. With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the Times the Money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that, because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today. With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the Times the Money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that, because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today. With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the Times the Money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that, because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today.
Hey, you! Listening to RTF Radio. This is Maka Buckheister. I'm with Just for Clicks. Join me live Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. You'll have live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Join me. It's a great time, y'all.
Big Blue Nation. This is the loyal BBN fan. This podcast is about the Kentucky Wildcats sports program and how awesome they are. showing the nation why UK is the best in the nation. The show will be Mondays during football seasons and Mondays and Wednesdays during basketball season. You can listen to the show on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Go Big Blue.
Hi, folks. Dirk Bentley here. Being on the go is a big part of my life. I love seeing new places, meeting new people, and performing all over the world. For energy on the go, for me, it's 5 Hour Energy. It works fast, works long, and it tastes good. With 0 sugar and 4 calories. Try it. It could work for your on-the-go life, too. 5 Hour Energy. Energy on the go.
Get 5 Hour Energy at your local Holiday.
Do you guys like unbiased, truthful, straightforward sports talk? Guys, check out the Marcus and Mike Show right here on the RTF Productions radio station, along with iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, follow us on your favorite podcast. Check us out. We upload our podcast 2:30 Monday through Friday Eastern Time. Have a great day.
At Farmers Insurance, we know a roof can withstand a lot. One exception being an airborne car. Seen it, covered it. Click for more.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Who says deck boards have to line up perfectly? The same deck board repeated again and again? Board is right. It's time to get out of line with new TimberTech AZEK multi-width decking at Lowe's. Multi-width decking comes in 3 distinctive widths from narrow to wide. Made from the finest synthetic materials in a range of natural colors, so you can create designs and color combinations that go against the grain. Multi-width decking from TimberTech AZEK. See a Lowe's Lumber Associate for details.
Hey guys, I'm Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Cant Get Right Couple.
We are a fun-loving couple that's been married for 21 years. And what we do is we talk about the little issues that come up in the daily life of a couple. And we make funny videos about it.
We download our podcast on Mondays. And you can follow us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Spreaker, among others. Please don't hesitate to download, follow, and rate us on our show.
And please, don't forget to tell your friends and family about us. Again, my name is Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Cant Get Right Couple.
And now, an ad from Dad.
All right, save money on car insurance when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Can I take these off? All right. What is this? This looks good. Wow. That's well made. Where did you get this? I'm talking to you with the hair. Yeah, where did you get this? It's good stuff. That's solid. That's not veneer. That's solid stuff.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
And welcome to Just for Clicks, guys. This is Michael Buckheister, and this is live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Welcome to the show. If you are new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel if you're listening to us on YouTube. If it's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast, consider following that podcast as well. Leave me a ranking as well. Trying to work hard to give you guys some good content each and every day. So, with that being said, it's time to break down the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals went 6-10 last season, which, in some people's eyes, was an improvement, or unexpected, I should say. And in other people's eyes, it's kind of like, hey, they've been 8-8 for all these years. They're bound to make a step up. Well, not to disappoint anybody this year. Now, I gotta save it till the end. Let's go and break down the 2019 Cincinnati Bengals. All right, so week 1, you guys are traveling to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. I have you guys losing this one. Opening week 1 in the NFL, traveling to arguably the loudest indoor stadium. Got to give it to the Seahawks. Sorry, guys. Week 2, you guys are home for the first game of the season,
for your home opener, obviously, take on the San Francisco 49ers. People are riding high on the San Francisco 49ers, but I give you guys the benefit of the doubt. I give you guys the benefit of the doubt that you're home. I think Andy Dalton's going to do well. A.J. Green's going to go for three or four scores. Give me Cincinnati Bengals in week 2. Going on to week 3, you guys are traveling to Buffalo, New York to take on the Buffalo Bills. I have you guys losing this one. The Bills are a solid team. The record's not going to reflect it, but they're a solid team, and I have faith with them for the first game of the season at home. You guys lose to the Bills. Put you guys in the first division matchup of the season. Week number 4, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh. I have the Steelers winning this one. I think the Steelers are a little bit too much for you guys on the road. Well, Steelers will be at home. You guys will be on the road, obviously. But I think Ben Roethlisberger kind of has a statement to prove. The whole Steelers organization has something to prove. And I think they kind of slack you guys this game. Week 5, back home, take on the Arizona Cardinals. You win. The Kyler Murray honeymoon is over. Reality has set in. Arizona Cardinals are not very good. At this point in time, this will be their 4th straight loss. And basically, they're folding up shop at this point. So, you guys beat Cardinals. Moving on to week 6, another division game. Taking on the Ravens. I think the Ravens get you guys at home. I don't know why, to be honest. I don't like the Ravens, but I got to pick them in this one. Sorry. Week 7, take on the Jacksonville Jaguars at home. I have you guys snubbing the Jaguars. The Jaguars' defense is still the same as it was two years ago when they made it to the playoffs. Last year, they were just as good. They just didn't get many turnovers. This year, that defense takes the no-dives and just sucks. With their best pass rusher sitting out, who knows? He might be sitting out all season. If he sits out till week 3 or week 4, this will be his 3rd game back, and he won't be in game shape at all. So I've given you guys this game over the Jacksonville Jaguars simply because their defense is going to nosedive. Going on to week 8, taking the LA Rams, traveling to LA. That's a long trip. I'm not for sure the start time, but it's a long trip over there. The Rams get you. Rams just have too much firepower, giving you a sour taste going into the bye week. So bye week is week number 9, and you guys are back home. Week 10, take on the Baltimore Ravens. This game kind of has me in turmoil. You guys are at home, taking on a division foe after a loss to LA. Long flight home, that taste is in your mouth. The bye week, that taste is in your mouth. People are telling how much you guys suck, yada, yada, yada. But Baltimore is also coming off a disappointing loss to the New England Patriots. And I just think the Baltimore Ravens come in a little bit more pissed off than you guys, and they snub you again. Week 11, you guys travel to the Black Hole, take on the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders. Oakland is much improved, guys. Do not sleep on them. You guys did sleep on them, and they snub you. Week 12 is where the season starts to turn around for you guys. Taking on Pittsburgh Steelers at home. You guys get this win. You guys get revenge on the Steelers from beating you down earlier this year, and you guys lay it on them. 28-14, I'm predicting this score. Week 13, take on the New York Jets. You guys get them again. At this point in the season, Jets just haven't found their groove. Le'Veon Bell is upset. Whatever. A lot of inner turmoil. You guys get the Jets. These next 2 games, guys, these are big games for you guys. Huge games. Traveling to Cleveland to take on the Browns. People are hyped about the Browns. I'm not so much, but looking at their schedule, it's hard not to give them a couple wins here. But I do have the Browns beating you guys in Week 14, unfortunately. They're making that strong division push, win that division title. So this is a must-win for them. At this point, I think you guys are kind of out of it, or at least outside looking in.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive number 2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year. Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Week 15, take on the New England Patriots at home. New England is just too strong, too powerful for you guys. This is a must-win for them in this particular spot of the year. They don't want to be a 4 seed. They want to be a 3 seed, so they lay it on you. Week 16, guys travel to Miami. You beat the Dolphins. Dolphins just suck. They're horrible. I don't even want to talk about this game. This game will be so boring to watch. Week 17, another huge game for you guys. Take on the Cleveland Browns again. I've said this at least every freaking podcast that I've done the last 2 weeks. I hate it when the NFL schedules 2 games back-to-back, meaning you guys play the Cleveland Browns again 2 times in a month. This time you guys beat the Browns. Browns are battling for that division title. This is a must-win, and they clam up. They clam up because they must win, and they don't know how to win yet. You guys beat the Browns. Finish you guys the season off at 7-9. Now, this 7-9 record is improvement from last year. You guys were 6-10. And this could very well be a 9-7 season. You know, you beat Buffalo. You beat Oakland. That's a 9-7. Those are the 2 games that I have circled that I was really, really tough for me to pick. I mean, like, obviously Baltimore at home after the bye week, the Oakland game. I mean, if you guys beat Baltimore in Week 10 and Oakland in Week 11, you guys go on a 4-game winning streak. You guys are 9-7. Even if you still lose to Cleveland and the Patriots and then beat Miami and beat the Browns again, that's a division championship right there. You guys will only have 2 division losses at that point. I have, 3. I guess it wouldn't be a division win, but you guys will still be in competition for the playoffs. So 9-7 might get you in the playoffs. 7-9 outside looking in, and that's where guys have you again. Sorry, Bengals fans, you guys are horrible. Not the fans, the team. Fans are awesome. I love the fans. Bengals just suck.
And now, an ad from Dad.
All right, save money on car insurance when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Can I take these off? All right. What is this? This looks good. Wow. That's well made. Where did you get this? I'm talking to you with the hair. Yeah, where did you get this? It's good stuff. That's solid. That's not veneer. That's solid stuff.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discounts not available in all states or situations. Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. You'll proudly mow the lawn. Ask if anybody noticed you mowed the lawn. Tell people to stay off the lawn. Compare it to your neighbor's lawn. And complain about having to mow the lawn again. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance, which, of course, will go right into the lawn. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Hey you! Listening to RTF Radio. This is Maka Buckheister. I'm with Just for Clicks. Join me live Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. You have live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Join me. It's a great time, y'all.
Big Blue Nation. This is the loyal BBN fan. This podcast is about the Kentucky Wildcats sports program and how awesome they are, showing the nation why UK is the best in the nation. The show will be Mondays during football seasons and Mondays and Wednesdays during basketball season. You can listen to the show on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Go Big Blue.
Hi, folks. Dirk Bentley here. Being on the go is a big part of my life. I love seeing new places, meeting new people, and performing all over the world. For energy on the go, for me, it's 5-Hour Energy. It works fast, works long, and it tastes good. with 0 sugar and 4 calories. Try it. It could work for your on-the-go life, too. 5-Hour Energy. Energy on the go.
Get 5-Hour Energy at your local Holiday.
Do you guys like unbiased, truthful, straightforward sports talk? Guys, check out the Marcus and Mike Show right here on the RTF Productions radio station, along with iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, follow us on your favorite podcast. Check us out. We upload our podcast 2:30 Monday through Friday Eastern Time. Have a great day.
At Farmers Insurance, we know a roof can withstand a lot. One exception being an airborne car. Seen it, covered it. Click for more.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Who says deck boards have to line up perfectly? The same deck board repeated again and again? Board is right. It's time to get out of line with new TimberTech AZEK multi-width decking at Lowe's. Multi-width decking comes in 3 distinctive widths from narrow to wide. Made from the finest synthetic materials in a range of natural colors so you can create designs and color combinations that go against the grain. Multi-width decking from TimberTech AZEK. See a Lowe's Lumber Associate for details.
Side with me. Just because you hating on me, don't mean we a rivalry. This food for thought, I know by neuroscience. See, no need for that focus spoon. This one for your mind and eat. See, I'm not trying to preach. Me, I'm just trying to reach out and let them know no giving up. Get that offensive rebound. Cause any day could be your last, and know that they will never break you long as you control the glass. Hey. The world back to this and that about your color. Starting to feel like March for nothing. Damn, did we forget about the dream that had us stitched together? Now we breaking from the seams. No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no more. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day.
I'm looking forward to the future with a clear view. And yeah, they can try and walk them out, but these the wrong shoes. Can you relate to being down and out? Just seems to haunt you. You start from the bottom, only option is to come up. My past is not Maybelline, so that I just can't make up. The same one stab you in your back, quick to shake up. And you can change the situation long as you wake up. This cold world freezing, bro. I'm trying to get a winter coat. And when they start burning bridges, get a bigger boat. Now I'm paying for my past mistakes like a scapegoat. And I can see they true colors without a microscope. No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no more. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no more. I hope that no more of my people go away, you know. But it's cold out here, keep it cold out here. You gotta It's one of those joints. About to take a trip from life. My plane leave in 5 minutes. About to take a trip from life. Can't worry about who do you wrong, even if you treat them right. I know that I be stressing out. Gotcha keep me out my feelings. Cool on all the fake love, so you know that I be chilling. I just need a lot of space. The moon is my paradise. Looking for what to give, couldn't find a campsite. Trying to book a round trip, only found it one way. Rolling up another one while we on this overlay. Captain of the flight I took, had a little turbulence. Tried to shoot the dream down, prep with the air defense. Needed me a fire hook, D-Rob helped me steer the plane. Soul food on the private jet, twisting up Miss Mary Jane. About to take a trip on life.
About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight.
In first class, counting cash, rolling grass and paper planes. Superman ain't here to save you, and you not Miss Lois Lane. Stewardess is stupid thick. Mary is this beauty name. Say she smoked that OG Kush, so she not no plain Jane. Malaysia, what I call this smoke. Might go missing on this trip. A lot of people acting funny. Sunday morning comic strip. I roll alone, I smoke alone. I don't need your fellowship. This ticket cost me some chips, but I still chose to dip. You say you wanna do what? But she scared of heights, rolling up this backwood, cause I don't wanna miss my flight. Oh, your man bugging out, you don't have the time to fight. Soon as I pass the light, baby, take this trip from life. And you can stay the night.
About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different
I put
flight.
my thoughts up in my swisher, smoke my pain away. You know when it rain, it pour, and it's a rainy day. Time to get up on this mission. Gotta make another run. Blowing all this green. I'm looking like a leprechaun. I can't let your mind get the best of me. Yeah, I put that up on Stephanie. Gotta make these ends meet. I know you niggas wanna end me. You ain't a stand-up nigga. That's why you niggas can't stand me. I'ma bust you like a grape before I let her fully jam me. I got my second, I'm coolin'. Shorty, she clapping that booty. I just smacked her on the cheek. Then I told her, let me see. You gon' have to free that thing. You know ain't shit free. I rolled up on the arch, then lit that kitty straight to sleep.
I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggy down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggy up, going on a different flight.
It's your boy JTiggs. Long gifted family, if they ever mention me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Let a nigga say I can't, I made it happen then. Realest nigga in the room, y'all a bunch of mannequins. The loudest in the room is spoke, I may never speak again. Looking for a sheep's opinion, it's the wrong lion's den. Niggas start to count me out, I just count it up. Half off on haters cashing out cause I ain't got enough. Attitude Sierra Russ, I ain't used to give a fuck on niggas necks like bow ties. I don't plan on letting up. Told niggas I was taking off, ain't no catching up. Always counting blessings, being lucky just ain't good enough. Nowadays niggas need Oscars, they acting tough. Money ain't the topic, then my name you shouldn't bring it up. Niggas told me I was fake, it didn't mean much. Wake them up like coaches, they just hit me with the mean mugs. Throwing dirt on JTiggs, gon' drag it through the mud. Long as they keep talking about me, I'll never be a dud. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' about me. Fuck opinions anyway. Let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway. Let them keep on talking about me. Heard niggas talking about me, but I got tunnel hearing. Seen niggas turn on me. Must be full of power scary. Standing on my own 10. Guess that I was overbearing. Lord protect me from the rumors. People started disappearing. A lot of people talking shit. Guess they got a potty mouth. If they ever talk me down, they can never talk me out. I don't do the sneak. This is called that a whisper out. Money talk. Most you niggas quiet as a church mouth. Silency is secrecy. I don't really talk a lot. If you not talking money, then I might just lose my train of thought. When you start making moves, that's gonna bring the gossip out. If they talking on my name, that's what they gon' gossip about. You heard that I'm moving up. Bitch, this ain't the Jeffersons. Wanna tell my peers something, tell them who I'm better than. Talk with moms the other day, she told me that I better win. Love a lot of people in the spring, foul weather friends. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Fuck them niggas' opinions, they don't mean shit, keep them talking about me. Hey.
Hey guys, I'm Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Cant Get Right Couple.
We are a fun-loving couple that's been married for 21 years. And what we do is we talk about the little issues that come up in the daily life of a couple. And we make funny videos about it.
We download our podcast on Mondays. And you can follow us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Spreaker, among others. Please don't hesitate to download, follow, and rate us on our show.
And please, don't forget to tell your friends and family about us. Again, my name is Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Cant Get Right Couple.
With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the Times the Money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Barbershop Talk brought to you by RTF Productions. My name is Mike.
And my name is Gator.
Oh, you're making this sound like a game show, huh?
Okay, that was gay. Anyway, Gator's here.
You know what? I like the game show aspect. I think we should restart the whole thing and brought to you in part by RTF Productions. We could really work that game show aspect.
But then I think I'll do that little copyright infringement of that guy that always says, he was that wrestler guy. Let's get ready to rumble, dude.
Dude, you know what?
But we can't say that because he's copywritten.
You know what, though? We actually looked this dude up the other day. Every night at dinner, we actually sit down and do trivia. And we looked this dude up the other day. He's made like $16 million off of that because he copyrighted that shit back in the 80s.
Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Great fucking phrase. All you got to say is fucking let's get ready to rumble, and you just fucking made $106, you know?
Now, is it the whole phrase? You know, he says, like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children around the world, or whatever. Millions watching in attendance, whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've been watching since I was a kid, and I can't believe it's still on, but whatever.
Call him and ask him. Well, but you know what, though? I mean, you hear this on video games, on movies, everywhere. Like, this dude's getting paid, man.
He's getting paid.
Anyway, back to the barbershop talk. So, everybody be on the lookout this week. We're getting ready to start our veteran episodes, and we got a lot of hot topics, so that's coming. A surprise, though. Gator doesn't even know that this is about to happen. So, as everybody heard last week, this is going to be the surprise annual Gator Nose Dick episode.
Oh, yes. Because Gator knows dick. Got it.
All right. Now, time to get down to the real topics at hand. So there was a lady. She stabs her husband. And then before we get farther into the story, let me go ahead and break down some stuff for you. Her husband was a solid 120 pounds.
That's her fault. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I completely agree. She, on the other hand, was a solid 300 pounds. So, as the story goes on, so she shanks her husband. This man's still standing. Kudos to him. Then she takes a table leg and bashes him over the head. Now, I don't know if they just have table legs laying the fuck around in their house, or if she 300-pound monster beast that thing off of the table and then mollywopped his ass with it. I don't know. But she catches his ass with the table leg. That doesn't kill him. It takes him down, but it doesn't kill him. So then the big bitch sits on top of him. Dies from asphyxiation. She crushed this dude to death.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is the next contestant on the TV show Snapped.
Yo, that's ridiculous. Like, I can't even imagine being in the bedroom. And look, no offense if you're big. Hey, if that's you, own it, rock on. But me personally, I just can't picture myself in that type of a situation. And how did he not get crushed in the bedroom already is my thing.
That's kind of like Shaquille O'Neal and his little wife. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She's what, 5'2", and this dude's almost 7 foot. I mean, that's like trying to stuff a square through a little circle hole.
Oh.
So I don't know how that works.
But she, this poor guy, she sat on his ass, crushed him. What a way to go.
I hope she at least sat on his face, you know.
Well, she had to. Well, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
She crushed the dude, so.
You could have sat on the chest, I guess, at that different of weight. And again, I'm a black dude, so we like big girls. So there's no bad feelings when I say it. Everybody else, y'all questionable.
See, and it makes me wonder if it was one solid plop on top, or if it was the plop followed by multiple bounces to completely crush.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. You'll proudly mow the lawn. Ask if anybody noticed you mowed the lawn. Tell people to stay off the lawn. Compare it to your neighbor's lawn. And complain about having to mow the lawn again. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance, which, of course, will go right into the lawn. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
True. I would like to know. We're going to have to go to that court case.
I'd like to know, too. So, we got another sports story that broke.
These athletes.
We've got Ezekiel Elliott. For those of you who don't know who Ezekiel Elliott is, he plays for the Dallas Cowboys. He is their running back.
Ooh, shoot, the crowd is booing. I'm sorry.
And so last year there was an issue. The Salvation Army is there, and they have their big blow-up bowl or pot or whatever you want to call it. He scores a touchdown, runs, jumps inside of the Salvation Army pot. Guy catches a fine for it. Excessive celebration. Fast forward to this year. He wears the number 21. He runs into the end zone, scores, runs up to that same Salvation pot, pulls out $21 because he wears the number 21, throws it into the Salvation pot. Immediately after the game, he gets on Twitter and he says, for every $21 that is donated to Salvation Army, I will match it up to $21,000. Nice little deed you did there. NFL says, suck a dick with AIDS on the tip, we're fining you $13,000.
That I don't understand. Matter of fact, our last episode, we talked about the NFL and their fining and disbarring and suspending of people. You have somebody doing a good cause for that game, the Salvation Army, and then he does something I think is decent. Yes, jumping in the bowl last year, you're totally wrong. Got it.
But it sure gave Salvation Army a lot of publicity.
True. It was a publicity stunt. You know, it is what it is, but excessive celebration. Got it. Now, this year he runs up, just throws money in there, and then he addresses the public. I put in $21 for everything else. Every $21 after this, I'm going to donate more money. So, again, more free advertisement for the Salvation Army, but it's for a good cause. And now the NFL jumps in and says, "Oh, we're fining you again." I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. It's to a point now that they're getting ready to kick off with this XFL. They're trying to bring that back again. And when you take guys like Kareem Hunt, who was booted last week, guys like Ezekiel Elliott, who's getting punished for just bullshit.
Because he was also the one suspended for domestic violence, and then come to find out nothing.
And then, you know, you got this XFL kicking off. The NFL should be concerned. You were going to lose players. Maybe the XFL can't pay you what the NFL is going to pay you, but if they can get enough stars to where it's the NFL is screwing me over, ratings will rise, paychecks will rise.
In time.
I just
Ray Rice can come play again.
You know?
Colin Kaepernick could be out there somewhere.
Exactly. I mean, we could see, you know, these players who got shafted and are getting a revival, I guess.
It's possible. That right there is possible.
So now that that's done, we've got. I saw something today that said. It said everybody was worried about talking on the phone 50 years ago, and because the CIA and the FBI is going to be listening to us. But right now, everybody has the CIA and the FBI and the NSA and whoever the hell else listening in on you. Welcome to Alexa.
Welcome to a lot of the, what is that? The IA different things. I don't know his actual name. I think it's like Kobe, which is an actual robot. Pretty much same thing as Alexa. Same thing as those Google Play speakers. You talk to it like a human. It does research on the internet and answers you back intelligently.
Right.
Siri on iPhones. I'm not sure what Androids have, but yeah, same thing.
Well, see, it's also, I understand that everything can be listened to on our cell phones. Look, we all know Eric Snowden. We all know that, you know, they were hacking into emails as they desire. You got guys like Mark Zuckerberg, who damn near run the internet, who puts tape over his cameras, on his phones, on his laptops. That's got to tell you something.
Mr. Facebook himself is nervous.
You know? And now, you know, the phone is always in your hand, but then when you set that phone down, and I'm sitting down with my spouse, having a one-on-one, whether it be serious, intimate, whatever, financial conversation, whatever it may be, and now it's just free reign to listen to everything that comes out of my mouth.
You know, for those listening, I know you're probably saying these guys are going off on a conspiracy theory or a scare tactic, or maybe even they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're just two guys giving expert opinion that don't know shit. But think about it this way. You're on your internet window, whatever it is, on your cell phone. And let's say you looked up 2x4x12s, just regular pressure-treated wood. 2x4x12s at the Lowe's website. Lo and behold, you close your internet window, you open up Amazon because you want to go order something on Amazon. What's a recommended that you need to look at? It's going to show you some wood that Amazon can send you. You go to your Facebook page, and lo and behold, there's a Lowe's commercial or ad about 2x4x12s. As crazy as that may sound, because you are on one thing on your phone, all of a sudden it shows up on everything that you visit. Your little surprise little ads in YouTube, like when you click on a YouTube channel or a YouTube song, and next thing you know, here's an ad from Lowe's. And I'm like, so you cannot tell me all this is not linked. So it can't be too much of a conspiracy theory if your phone is listening to you.
You know what? Couple of you viewers out there, excuse me, take your phone, put it in airplane mode. There's no internet service. There's no phone service, nothing. Drive around town. Stop at 5 or 6 different businesses. Then activate your phone again. Take the airplane mode off. Give it a day. At those places that you visited, watch it pop up on one of your ads.
True story.
And
so
go ahead.
I was going to say, so no matter what we do, Big Brother is quote unquote Big Brother, the man, the higher power, whatever it is, the CIA, FBI, they're listening to your phone, or they're listening to us as American citizens through our phones.
And to my understanding, the way this Alexa works is you have to say a certain command to it, and then it activates and begins to record whatever you're saying. So back in May, there was a couple in Portland, Oregon, who was having a private conversation. And what gets me is not only did Alexa record this private conversation, but then it sent it to one of his work colleagues, the entire conversation that they were having. So you want to tell me that it's activated by a certain word, but nowhere in there did it say, hey, send said conversation to such and such. So why the hell would it do some shit like that?
Or why is it even programmed to do some stuff like that? Because your case is one thing. Alexa has done just that. Or Alexa devices have done just that in the past as well. Sending people's private conversations in their house to other people. I mean, granted, why do we know about it? Because obviously it brought controversy. You know, if I was in my house and if I had an Alexa device, say suppose I was talking to my wife bad about you, Mike, or whatever, and me and the wife were talking, and all of a sudden Alexa sent it to you. Similar situations like that.
Right.
So it's kind of
and
that. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if you or anybody listening has actually seen that Snowden movie. If you have not seen Snowden, you need to go and watch that movie. Look, I understand that they do some stuff in a movie, you know, for theatrical effect and, you know, to draw the viewer in and whatnot. But, you know, when you catch them going into your personal emails, you know, looking into your webcams anytime that they desire, and you have no idea that they're doing it. A light doesn't activate. You don't get a ding alarm, nothing. And when that came to light, I mean, that was huge. So then, as big as that was, some of you shit dicks still want to go and put this fucking thing in your house. And it just, I need answers. What is your thought process behind putting something like this into your residence?
In your personal residence, around your personal family, around your, I guess you can call it your most intimate time. Not intimate like sexual intimate, but your most intimate, most vulnerable times. We're all on guard when we're out in the streets looking around. You know, you stick your check card into the ATM machine, you're looking over your left and right shoulder. But when you're at your house, your guard is down because you're inside the house. The blinds are closed and doors are locked. But yet we have this equipment, this technology within our house that's actually working against us. Like you said at the beginning, we always have our cell phone in our hand. There is no anybody that has a smartphone, because there's still some people out there with flip phones, but anybody who has a smartphone, I can honestly say I don't think they go 2 hours without touching their phone every single day, unless they're physically asleep for those 2 hours. And then with that, your phone is literally next to you because there's apps out there that listen for you to be sleeping to test your sleeping skills. So,
see, it's funny because you'll catch Apple, who will tell the police, no, we're not going to do a backdoor to unlock this phone. Yet you're going to record my conversation and send it to somebody, though. You know, it's what's the word? It's kind of two-faced, you know?
Kind of goes into the wording on how you asked for permission to get this. Even if you don't have your apps or devices linked together, I can tell you this, I don't have my iPod that I use for listening to only music to. I used it the other day because I was trying to record music. I was trying to do something crazy, record some music or have music playing while I was recording on another. So when I went to YouTube on the iPad, literally, I used that example earlier as wood, but literally now I had looking for 2x4x12s pressure treated wood from Lowe's on my iPad or on my iPod.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, whoa, I looked at that on my cell phone. Why is it now showing up over here? Not even logged into iTunes or no profile or anything. It's just music on the because it's the version 1 iPad Touch or iPod Touch. You know, we know how slow and dumb that is, but that's what I have. But here it is, the first time I hook it to the internet in years, that's the first thing that pops up. No, I don't have a YouTube login profile or anything like that, but here it is, that's the first thing I see. So all this is linked. All these things do talk. So who is out there making these things listen, talk, and send while we're in the background not knowing any?
I mean, look, 99% of people, they're good law-abiding citizens. And really, look, even if somebody's listening, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You do what you got to do. But, I mean, you know, I want to mess around one day and, you know, send a dick pic to the wife, and somebody wants to friggin', you know, in some hole in Arizona where they sit there for 23 hours a day and pull up my dick pic. You know, you're more than welcome. You're going to be impressed. That's fine. Go right ahead. I don't care.
Here we go talking about dicks, but go ahead.
Oh, hey. Speaking of dicks.
Dude,
I got a new name for a dick. The ham candle.
Why is the ham candle?
That is a good damn name for it. The ham candle.
Loveless. Yeah, the ham candle.
The ham candle. Yeah, I love it, man.
It's good. Mess around. I'm telling you, going back to our little subject, it not to be a conspiracy theorist, I don't remember that guy's name that goes around and says everything is a hoax. and it's all government planned.
Oh, I know who it is.
I can't remember his name. I'm sure if you put up a picture, I'll know that little chunky little white man anywhere.
But see, I thought you were talking about Jesse Ventura.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, he's another one.
Yeah.
He's a good famous guy. He's another one.
Old
wrestler.
Alex Jones.
Is that him?
The guy who thinks that we're ruled by fucking frogs or lizards or some crazy shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's him. Alex Jones.
See. Now, this is definitely not on his level. You go back, and he had a episode where he kept showing a picture of soldiers marching, and they're marching in the streets of California. They're marching in the streets. They're in your neighborhoods. They're in your neighborhood. But the picture was from a fucking parade. You know, and it's like, fuck, dude. Now this isn't on an Alex Jones level because he just gets ridiculously outlandish with it with no proof. And we have multiple instances where Alexa has been recording and sending shit out. We've got Eric Snowden. You know, this it's not like this is brand new news and there's no way this, you know, somebody's just, you know, talking out their ass on this.
True. So does that mean our own country is spying on their own citizens?
Absolutely.
Although it is, I want to say it's a federal crime for that, and because you don't have a warrant or anything specific saying to do it.
See, that goes right back to the FISA court, where they had their 11 judges who, I believe it's 11, who sign these so-called warrants so that they can look in on people and, you know, we got a guy in North Carolina. We need a warrant for the whole state of North Carolina. And then now everybody's free game. And this FISA court is bullshit. It's shady as fuck. It really is. The way that they go about it, it is shady as fuck. I understand if it's individual, you know, hey, this guy's been making kind of threats. He's visited this place, that place, questionable purchases. Let's look into him. Cool. But when you're looking into the, you know, average Tom, Dick, and Harry, that's crossing the line that should never be crossed.
But it gets to the point, like you just said, he's sending stuff. This guy in North Carolina is sending information to another guy in North Carolina, so we're just going to spy on everybody in North Carolina?
Exactly, and that's bullshit, the way that they work this. And they do it with these FISA warrants that, man, it's like I said, it's as shady as you can possibly get. When it comes, and it really bothers me because, look, I got a lot of respect for judges. They're very knowledgeable. Some of the smartest people you will ever meet is a judge. But when you start doing backdoor shit like that, I start to lose my faith in and I don't mean this as far as people getting sent to prison for a certain amount of time for crimes. I'm talking judges themselves. I lose a lot of faith in the judicial system as far as, you know, my take towards a judge. It's shady as fuck.
Kind of makes you think how a lot of this new age stuff in 2018 is now starting to come to light of stuff that happened 10, 15 years ago.
Shit, the other day, I went to download a fucking flashlight app, and I didn't end up getting it because we're going to need permission to access your contacts. Hold the fuck on. You are a flashlight. Fuck you need my contacts for?
Yes. I've seen something like that before.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. And I mean, all of us do it. Every single one of us just clicks, I agree.
And don't read the fine print. Yep. I agree.
But I mean, even if you do read the fine print, look, social media is where we are. And we're talking jobs, we're talking photographs, we're talking news and information, like everything is social media. So if you aren't on some sort of a social media app, I'm not saying, you know, you're left out of the loop, but you're definitely not as informed as somebody who is on it. And so whether you read the fine print or not, look, you're going to click I agree because you want to be on it. You know, I want that racing game on my phone. Sure, you can look in my contacts. You can read my text messages.
Access my microphone. Access my camera.
Exactly.
Access all the photos that I have taken. And now that's where it gets me a little bit. I have to specifically look at that app and be like, why do you need access to my camera roll or to edit? Because it's a grown man phone. Why does Candy Crush need to get a hold of my pictures?
Look, one of y'all do this. Delete Facebook. Delete your Facebook app. And then reinstall it and see what happens when it says permission to access your photos. They now have every photo you have ever taken is theirs. You've given them permission. Whether you have uploaded it to Facebook or not, you've given them permission. You know what? Yeah. Speaking of Facebook photos, let's move to the next topic.
Say Metro by T-Mobile got the best deal in wireless, and it's all for you, all for me. Just switch quickly, because Metro has 2 lines for $80 and 2 Samsung Galaxy J7 Star phones for free, plus Amazon Prime included. That's the way wireless should be, only at Metro.
Plus sales tax and activation fee. $50 plus rate plan required. Not valid for numbers currently on T-Mobile network or on Metro in past 90 days. Offer subject to change. Offer valid for new Amazon Prime members. Amazon Prime has a $12.99 per month value. Restrictions apply. See store for details and terms and conditions.
When I put a meme up, and you know what? It doesn't even have to be a meme. For example, 2 years ago, my son's birthday. He was sitting at the kitchen table, had the cake in front of him. He didn't have a shirt on. Had pants on, didn't have a shirt on. He's getting ready to blow out the candles. I take a picture of him, put it up on Facebook. You know, I got reported for that shit. For nudity. So my question is, I put up a meme 2-3 years ago, and this true story, this just happened. And then I get reported about a month back, and Facebook wants to ban me. Should there be a statute of limitations for when the fuck you can report me?
That's funny you bring that subject up. One of my Facebook accounts is in Facebook jail right now for something I posted in 2015. Was it a wrong picture? 100%. Should that thing have gone in Facebook jail? 100%. But you did not catch me in 2015, 16, 17. You caught me literally in December of 2018. Damn near 3.5 years later, there's a picture of whatever the picture was. I'm not going to say what it was because, you know, about 3 years ago, these little private face groups used to be lit. But Mark Zuckerberg, whatever.
Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg.
But anyway, he, there should be a statute of limitation on pictures. Like, hey, we saw this picture now. We just removed it. Don't do it again. You caught me from 3 years ago.
Well, see, and here's my thing. Look, Facebook, you monitor my shit all the time. Why didn't you catch it when I hit fucking post? Why didn't you catch it right there? Tell me you can't catch that shit. Come on now. You guys are fucking smarter than this. You run the damn internet.
Because I am sure that you have a team of people just looking at every live feed. I envision Facebook, as much as it's been in the news lately, I envision like 4 or 5 people sitting in this one dark room with probably like 100 to 200 small screens that just randomly switch to different people's profiles and different times people push send.
Yeah, there's plenty of virgins out there that would love that job.
Golly. Because a couple of years ago, them private Facebook groups used to be on fire. Now everybody's going to move to different platforms because Facebook done cracked down on nudity.
Well, shit.
How do you think you got born? How do you think these people were here? Or how are you here? Because of nudity, your mom and dad got fucking naked, and now you're born. God damn it. Nudity is not bad.
Well, see, that's just like Tumblr. Come December 17th, they're shutting down all the porn on Tumblr.
Oh.
I mean, all you're going to do is move. Everybody's going to move to Reddit. That's all it is.
Tumblr.
And,
oh my God.
And my thing is when 50% of your business comes from that, like on a business aspect, think this through. Tumblr, you're not as big as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. You're not as big as them. So when you take half of your profit away, that's not a smart move. This PC bullshit, man. Fuck.
I mean, I can understand why iTunes. I think iTunes in America, or I'm sorry, Tumblr in America has, like, you cannot update your Tumblr app. Got it. More, and I understand why, because they put that PSA out there because I guess a lot of people were looking at the wrong stuff, the stuff that's illegal in the United States. The underage bullshit and whatever, and the bestiality stuff. Got it. I understand that. And with people trying to invest into Tumblr, they're like, hey, get rid of this, make sure this doesn't come on and make sure that doesn't come on. It's good. But now you're literally banning titties.
Well, see, like, now look at China, okay? They straight block shit. They will block websites from around the fucking world. They run their internet. So Tumblr, hey, if you don't want me in America to look at a horse banging a dude from fucking France, block all the sites from France. Block all the Tumblr sites from France, not to be seen in the U.S. That's too easy.
I'm sure there's going to be somebody in Wisconsin doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it back. Maybe not Wisconsin. I'm sorry.
Alabama.
Anybody from Wisconsin, I take it back.
Said my sister's the best kisser in town.
Oh, dear God. I just got that. Oh, dear God.
All right.
But it's just more, I mean, just to sum it all up, we are being watched by all our technology. Alexa seems to be the hot thing right now because Alexa is getting people in high places caught up by recording information and sending it to whomever. So if Alexa's doing that, who else is Alexa sending this information to? Who else is our iPhones sending our information to? Who else is Facebook sending us to? Is our front-facing cameras on our cell phones, since we're staring at the screen, is that really a secure phone that you hold?
Exactly.
Just think about it. You're on your favorite porn site, and you're looking at it, and you're doing whatever you're doing.
They watching every bit of it.
They're looking at your face, squint and tuck, as they're reading what website you're on. Well, they got plenty of footage for me. No, let me stop. But
look, y'all just need to be careful. Careful what you bring up and allow in your house. Look, you can't, when it comes to technology, you cannot trust any of it. Look, even your teeth bite your tongue sometimes. Be careful what you trust.
Even your teeth bite your tongue. That is true.
Be careful what you trust out there. But Gator, another great episode. I appreciate you.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
I still love the ham candle. It is great.
I'm going to go ask the wife. She want to touch the ham candle in a little bit.
You got anything, any finishing thoughts?
My only finishing thought is going to be what I always say, because this is why we wake up at 4:30 every morning, even on the weekends. FBMM. Fuck bitches, make money.
You know it. Look, everybody, be on the watch for our future veteran episodes. Don't forget to share all of these, and I'm sure your, beloved 80-year-old mother-in-law would love to hear an episode for Christmas. But RTF Productions, thank you guys for having us. Catch y'all next time.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.
With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the Times the Money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today. With the 5, 10, 50, and 100 times the money scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you get more times the excitement. Because with the Times the Money series of scratchers, you get the chance to multiply your winnings. Like if I were to multiply how many times I said the word multiply. Okay, but it's much more exciting than that because it's multiplying money. Like that. Look for the Times the Money family of scratchers today.
Hey, you! Listening to RTF Radio. This is Maka Buckheister. I'm with Just for Clicks. Join me live Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. You have live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Join me. It's a great time, y'all.
Big Blue Nation. This is the loyal BBN fan. This podcast is about the Kentucky Wildcats sports program and how awesome they are, showing the nation why UK is the best in the nation. The show will be Mondays during football seasons and Mondays and Wednesdays during basketball season. You can listen to the show on iTunes, iHeart Radio, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Go Big Blue.
Hi folks, Dirk Bentley here. Being on the go is a big part of my life. I love seeing new places, meeting new people, and performing all over the world. For energy on the go, for me, it's 5-Hour Energy. It works fast, works long, and it tastes good. With 0 sugar and 4 calories. Try it. It could work for your on-the-go life too. 5-Hour Energy. Energy on the go.
Get 5-Hour Energy at your local holiday.
Do you guys like unbiased, truthful, straightforward sports talk? Guys, check out the Marcus and Mike Show right here on the RTF Productions radio station, along with iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, follow us on your favorite podcast. Check us out. We upload our podcast 2:30 Monday through Friday Eastern Time. Have a great day.
At Farmers Insurance, we know a roof can withstand a lot. One exception being an airborne car. Seen it, covered it. Click for more.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Who says deck boards have to line up perfectly? The same deck board repeated again and again? Board is right. It's time to get out of line with new TimberTech AZEK multi-width decking at Lowe's. Multi-width decking comes in 3 distinctive widths from narrow to wide. Made from the finest synthetic materials in a range of natural colors so you can create designs and color combinations that go against the grain. Multi-width decking from TimberTech AZEK. See a Lowe's Lumber Associate for details.
Hey guys, I'm Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Cant Get Right Couple.
We are a fun-loving couple that's been married for 21 years. And what we do is we talk about the little issues that come up in the daily life of a couple. And we make funny videos about it.
We download our podcast on Mondays. And you can follow us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Spreaker, among others. Please don't hesitate to download, follow, and rate us on our show.
And please, don't forget to tell your friends and family about us. Again, my name is Tawana.
I'm Michael.
And we are the
Cant Get Right Couple.
Tiggs, Hells, You know, I'm in the booth, going fucking random shit up. Got knowledge out there recording me and shit. My God, this motherfucking balls right here. Balls. Tiggs be the name, L's when I'm rapping. Applying the pressure on next, I be stepping. This is not school, but I'm teaching them lessons. Watch how you act, watch who you testing. Niggas be flexing, must stay in the gym. Testing these waters, must know how to swim. Clouds want the beef, must be rolling with grit. Don't try me like them, cause I am not him. Give me free smoke, but this is no hookah. I'm my own shooter, but lil' bro, do you? Not talking about moolah, you're out your medulla. Always stay strapped, just call me Tiggs Luger. Fuck up a beat and I roll me another one. Walking out pops, just brought me another gun. Me and this Wesson, so there's no one-on-one. Caught me a zip, only cost me $100. But stressed about what? Lay up with a cute. Smoking a doobie and rub on the booty. You know it's X-rated, we making the movie. I got the mojo, it get a little groovy. Winning and winning, I might win again. LGF family don't fuck with new friends. They fuck with the real, so my music gon' spin. Type on my lyrics, don't fuck with a pen. Addicted to Kush, but I am no addict. It's back with the stuff, I'm high as Aladdin. Niggas act monkey, just quit with the cap. And I live on my shit, I don't just be rapping. Metaphor, massacre, lyrical lunatic. I'm a big dog, miss me with the goofy shit. Spit some fresh fire, I leave me a cooler kid. Tatted on me, so you know I'm cool with it. Come to this music, that's in the city. Brothers be knowing there's no fucking with it. Show 'em no mercy and show 'em no pity. Stacking this bread is rising like Jiffy. Smoking this gas, it smell like a poop. I see J Rouse when I'm up in the booth. Money train coming, you just a caboose. Fuck with my dogs and I'm cutting them loose. Fuck with my dogs and I'm cutting them loose. Money train coming, you just a caboose. I see J Rouse when I'm up in the booth. Smoking this gas, it smell like a poop.
And welcome to the Marcus and Mike Show, guys, where we wear sandals with socks because that's what the cool kids do. Welcome, Marcus. How you doing today, man?
I wear sandals with socks as well. I don't like my it's a thing. I don't like going in bare feet either. So I have to wear socks, dude. I don't like bare feet touching the floor and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, and my wife calls me weird, man. She's the weird one. She's like, you can't wear socks to bed. The only time I don't have socks on my feet is when I'm in the shower.
Right, there you go. Yeah, no. And I get sometimes that your feet, air out a little bit, but I mean, yeah, I don't like my feet hitting floors because I don't like germs. So that's just me.
Yeah. Well, okay. I was raised in Kansas, where at any point in time where a tornado can randomly pop up and you scrambling for shoes, and I don't wear shoes without socks, right. like at all. But yeah, speaking of feet, we talked about Antonio Brown's feet last week a little bit, how he got frostbite. Now he is coming to the Raiders and saying that he wants to wear his old helmet. He will not play football unless he wears his old helmet. Is this the beginning of the end of Antonio Brown in Oakland?
You would think it is, but I don't think he's the sharpest tool in the shed. I really think he has. I don't know how good I don't think his character is that great. We talked about it. Him going Facebook Live a few years ago. Putting his coach on blast. I mean, it's just ridiculous. His character is bad. I just don't think he's going to walk away from $30 million over the next 2 years. I think he'll go ahead and it's another excuse to miss training camp for a veteran. I've heard them all now. But I thought this guy was even though he was a little bit had character issues and stuff, I thought he was a hard worker. That's what we all heard. Practices really hard, like a Michael Irvin, or a Deion Sanders. And so far, we haven't seen him at practice, So I don't even know how true that is. John Gruden's probably, pulling his hair out, and he's saying all the right. He'll probably say all the right things in the media, maybe even on Hard Knocks. But when he goes home to his wife or he talks to Mike Mayock, it's not pleasant. I think he'll be there week 1. I think they'll resolve this issue. Tom Brady's having the same issue, but because Tom Brady wants to wear his old helmet and he can't, and so he's kind of struggling with that too. But Tom Brady's out there with the new helmet. He's doing it. He's not gonna put his teammates in jeopardy and throw a tantrum and stay at home or go to the Bahamas or something. So I think Antonio Brown will come to his senses, and I think you'll see him the week before training camp or the week before game 1 is week 1. I think he'll be there. I don't think he's even that dumb. And listen, they talked about he's made all this money, like $70 million. First of all, that's chump change to great NBA players and great Major League Baseball players.
Right.
And do you really think he's taking care of his money? Really?
Judging by this last month, no.
No, I doubt it. I mean, listen, he's not going to be, on food stamps anytime soon. But I bet he hasn't taken care of his money like he thinks he like. He said I think he sent out a tweet like, "Hey guys, I got all the money, dude. I'll sit it out. Will my fans still be upset at me?" He's just to even send that tweet out. You can tell. I mean, also tell you this, and I don't know this for a fact, but no, you know what? I do know this for a fact. He doesn't have a good woman behind him.
Oh yeah.
You think your wife would let you send out that tweet? Like, are you a moron? You know what I mean? Like, you can tell he doesn't have a good publicist. He doesn't have it's just these are why people need publicists, and these are why people need things like that. I think he'll be there. I think he's going to be there. He's not going to walk away from $30 million over the next 2 years. So he could retire in a couple of years, but he'll at least have another $30 million to. He's missing. Let me tell you something. They said it's almost $900,000 a game he'd be walking away from. $900,000 a game,
which is ridiculous amount of money in my book, for sure. But if this was in Steeler land, it would be okay. Like Mike Tomlin would kind of look the other way, say the right things. Hey, he's our guy. We need him here. But John Gruden, he is cut from a different cloth. He basically got rid of Khalil Mack this past season because he did not fit the mold of what he wanted at on their defensive side of the ball.
Right.
And he was starting to raise controversies, raise issues. So Le'Veon Bell has got to be skating on thin ice with John Gruden. I think he is the type of coach that I don't care who you are. You could be Jerry Rice, but if you're not here at practice, get your ass on the bench. You need to be here to perform so the team can get better. Oakland Raiders were 3-12 or 3-13 this past year.
Right.
They were not very good. The only piece they really added was Antonio Brown. Is Antonio Brown 5 wins? Can he single-handedly improve that team 5 wins? No, he cannot. He needs Carr. Right. He needs that tailback. He needs to get the coaches on his side. So he better get his butt to practice real quick and stop bitching about a damn helmet. I mean, okay, it doesn't quite fit your head quite right. Cut your hair. Cut that little frohawk thing that you have happening.
Yeah.
Present yourself in practice. Get your ass there. So, I mean, I'm fed up just like with him already, and the season hasn't even started yet.
That would be another one. Remember I told you last week, if I was the owner and you were the GM and we were in a meeting and one of the guys knocked on the door and said, "Hey, he's got frostbite." I told you I'd say, "Hey, you lie again, I'm gonna fire your ass." Now get out. If they knocked on our door again and said, "Hey, Antonio Brown said he might retire because of his helmet," I'd fire that guy.
Yeah, do that. Strike 1, 2, and 3. Get out.
And he would be telling the truth,
right?
I'd fire a guy for telling the truth. I would be so perplexed. I'd be so freaked out. I would think that guy's lying for the second time. You'd have to call him back and say, "Marcus, he wasn't lying. We have a Nimrod. We signed a Nimrod." You know what I mean? This is the truth. So I'd have to apologize to the guy that came in and gave us the information because I'd fired him.
I mean, these guys are bitching about helmets. I remember when I was in seventh grade, I had to take the pad out of my helmet and lay it under the couch because it was so freaking stiff. You'd leave that red that red mark that Peyton Manning had just on his head. These helmets nowadays are like a pillow on your head. So I don't know what could possibly be uncomfortable about these new helmets. But
hey man, for about 4 years of my football career, I played a football with a Rydell helmet.
Yeah.
And they were hard as a rock. I may as well have, put a rock on my head. You
exactly.
know what I mean?
That front pad was about 3 inches thick, and it was concrete in there.
And then as I moved up and got better, they got us bike helmets. They made, I don't know, it said bike on it, right?
Yeah.
And I had a little bit more padding than the Rydell. We gave the newbies the Rydells. Dude, just put you can't be this much of a baby. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. So Antonio Brown, actually, I'm not mad. You keep on bitching, keep on complaining, because I don't want to see you week 1. I don't want to see you week 2. I don't want to see you week 3. Because as a Kansas City fan, you just make that our chances that much better to win the
God,
division.
It's 2 wins anyway.
Oh. Well, actually, I actually had Oakland beating Kansas City, I think, one game.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah.
don't.
Hold on. Let me change your mind real quick.
Now I don't, but week 2 I did. But we'll see.
Kansas City Chief cornerback Kendall Fuller against Brown will be a great matchup. But what I would do is I would roll the coverage to him. They're not beating the Kendall Fuller. I'd put him on somebody else, and I'd put the second corner, that new kid from last year, and then I'd roll the coverage to them. They're not beating. Kansas City's not losing to the Oakland Raiders. Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, they did play in their first preseason game Saturday night versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I did watch the first half of the game. I did not watch the second half because preseason second halves are kind of hard to watch, like every now and then. But let me hear your takeaway from that game, just from the Kansas City standpoint.
They're not gonna listen. I mean, I watch preseason with a little grain of salt too. Like, I'm not really it's preseason. Just like I'm not foaming at the mouth over Daniel Jones when he went 5 for 5 for the New York Giants. I mean, it's vanilla stuff. It's against the Jets second teamers. But Kansas City kind of just proved what I thought. Offensively, they're not gonna be stopped. Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins and McCole Hardman, they're not gonna be stopped. Did you see that? I mean. And then I think Tyreek Hill, they said, ran a 4.25, 4.24, and then McCall Hardman second with a 4.33, and Watkins is third. They're fast as hell. They got the best or second best tight end in football. Patrick Mahomes, a really good offensive line. It's maybe not as good as the Cowboys or the Colts, but it's top 10. You don't need it's top 10. It's fine. The problem Kansas City will have, like they had last year, is defense. I said last week the defense will be fine, but let me put a little disclaimer on it. Steve Spagnuolo's changing the defense. Whenever anybody goes from a 3-4 to a 4-3, it's gonna be a work in progress. Same thing if you go from a 4-3 to a 3-4. You have to get players to fit that scheme. And if you're gonna keep some of those players and have a layover, they're gonna have to learn some new things. So this is gonna be a little bit more difficult transition because you're changing a whole scheme. I like Steve Spagnuolo as a defensive coordinator. Michael, Steve Spagnuolo is one of those where, and there's a lot of these out there where he's never going to be a great head coach. He's tried it. Remember, tried it, but we found out, and he knows he's a great coordinator.
Yes,
he should never be a head coach. That's what he is. So I don't think Steve Spagnuolo. The only time he'd ever get a shot again would be interim. Let's just say Andy Reid, got the flu for a week, then Steve Spagnuolo would be your coach.
Yeah,
he'd be like a stopgap measure if Andy Reid got fired, which ain't going to happen because they're going to win almost all their games. But Steve Spagnuolo would be your coach until you hired the new coach, and then Steve Spagnuolo would go back to his defensive coordinator. Steve Spagnuolo is a heck of a defensive coordinator. He's not a great coach. So we found that out. He's now putting the Chiefs at a 4-3 system. So listen, he's done a great job with that in the past with the New York Giants. I mean, the guy's a great defensive coordinator. It's going to take a few weeks to figure that out. But once they figure that out and everybody knows where they're going and knows who they know who they're hitting and they know their gaps and all that, the Kansas City Chiefs will have a better defense in the second half of the season. You just got to get through the first 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of learning a new system, and I think the Kansas City offense will carry them through that.
Yeah, the offense looked great as always. I believe it was the very first play of the game on the Kansas City Chiefs offensive side. Patrick Mahomes hit Travis Kelce on a dart for a 30-yard pass. I thought that pass was going to get intercepted, but they showed the replay of it. The linebacker was still looking back at the quarterback when the ball was already 10 yards past him, which was it was a crazy spot that he put that ball into place. Just to take note on the Kansas City offensive side, Tyreek Hill did not play that game, I did not see him play, and he still functions just fine. I mean, do I want to not see Tyreek Hill for 9-10 games? No, I don't.
Yeah.
But for one game, it'll be perfectly fine. So offense has never been the issue. Coaching's never been the issue. The defense has been the issue. That very first drive, when we thought they fall on with the ball, the Kansas City defense looked really, really well. But it turned out it was a incomplete pass, and then the Cincinnati Bengals offense just drove down the field. It was like a varsity versus a JV. I mean, they were giving them a little bit of, back and forth, just a tad bit, but they looked horrible. And I actually tweeted out, I'm like, well, at least our offense is still good because I had no faith in that defense whatsoever. Like, even the commentators, like on the game, of course they were from Cincinnati, but they said if this was a regular season game, they could see this going 45-42 type of score.
Yeah,
which I don't know. Bengals are just sucking. So like I don't think they would have been able to hang with the Kansas City Chiefs as they thought they would. But this is still preseason, and I don't want to overreact any way whatsoever to the left or to the right. So what I would like to see from the Kansas City Chiefs defensive side of the ball, game 2 and game 3, play a full half of defense so those starters can start to learn the 4-3 system so that defense can start to click sooner than later. Right. Yes, I do agree with you. By week 8, by week 9, that defense will start to look better, start to click. But I want to see that week 3 or week 4 as a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Right.
Like I kind of want to be, in shootouts the first 4 or 5 weeks like of the season. I want to be able to, comfortably relax in that fourth quarter. But
if this was week 1, it'd go back and forth, and then the Honey Badger would intercept Andy Dalton, and then the Kansas City Chiefs would go up 2 touchdowns, and that'd be your final. So, I mean, I might be a little back and forth at the beginning, sure. I'm not that worried about it. I think Kansas City does have the good personnel, and I think they have the right coach, Steve Spagnuolo, the right coach to fix it.
And they've gotten pieces to fill that 4-3 system. So don't forget about the addition of Jones and the linebacker from the Cowboys that we just got.
Well, they got a couple. Yeah, they got Damian Wilson and they got Anthony Hitchens. They got Anthony Hitchens last year.
Yeah. And they just signed Claiborne from the Jets as well. So.
Yeah, so I mean, and listen, their first three picks in the draft I thought were home runs. So when you got McCole Hardman, you're a little worried about the Tyreek Hill situation. Now you have them both, but then they got Thornhill at safety from Virginia, and they got Saunders, defensive tackle, to go with Chris Jones in the middle. Those are the first 3 picks of Kansas City. They'll be just fine. I think it's just going to take time to gel. Like I said, it's a big deal going from 3-4 to 4-3 and 4-3 to 3-4. That's a huge deal. That's not just changing coordinators and keeping the same scheme. You're changing everything. So that's going to take time to gel.
Yeah, you are 100% correct on that. Speaking of stepping up and gelling with the team, Pollard for the Cowboys looked pretty darn good in like his preseason debut without Ezekiel Elliott on the like on the field. Give me your thoughts about him.
Yeah, I mean, what was important for me is he looked the part. Even though he looked like a slender, like if Le'Veon Bell lost 20, 30 pounds. So he's not ready for the full-time contact and all that. He waited for his blocks like Le'Veon Bell, then he hit it, then he hit the hole pretty well. He saw where people were blocking and all that. Kind of reminded me of a Le'Veon Bell, but like I said, real light. He's a typical right now. He's a third down back. I don't know if he can carry that full load. I think Alfred Morris is going to start, and I think Pollard's going to be really, really good in that third down back situation, like a Darren Sproles type player, like a Ty Montgomery that used to play for the Packers type player. So he's going to be really good in that role. He looked the part. I mean, he didn't look out of place or anything like that. He looked like he had some giddy up and some go in him. Like you get that ball to that guy in the flat, you get the ball to Pollard in the flat, and he looks like he can giddy up and go. You know what I mean? Like he looked like the real deal. So I was very happy about that. Very, very happy about that. So the thing that I wasn't happy about is, man, I think I would have got on. I was done. I'm done. I'm almost done. And listen. I'm a person that's very patient, Michael. Like I'll hey, let's not call him a bust yet. Let's see what he's got. These are young guys and all that. But man, in the NFL, it's hard to do that because I don't have time to sit around and wait and try to win championships. I want to win them now. We've talked about that last week about 5-year plans and all that. You can throw that out the window, the 5-year plan. If I hear people say 5-year plan, I quit listening to them. I've seen enough of Mike White and Cooper Rush that I would the next day after that game, I would give them their walking papers, and I'd be calling Luke McCown from ESPN Radio. Like Luke McCown has retired,
right.
And he has joined ESPN. I would say, how much is ESPN paying you? And then he'd say, probably they're starting me out with $300,000. I bet that's a good check. $300,000. That's not bad for just talking, right? I'm gonna quadruple that. Get on the plane. You're gonna get about $1.4 or $1.5 million. I need you to be Dak's backup this year because man, you talk about we can't win without Zeke, and that's everybody loves to say that, and I think I think that's true to a certain extent, right? But you lose Dak Prescott, and you may as well go fishing for real.
Right. You're 100% correct on that one.
I need a Luke McCown in there that's throwing the ball around to other people and can still win me games. I would have traded for Ryan Tannehill. I would have traded for Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, listen, and Dak's been the Iron Man. He has started 52 straight games. That's pretty good, right?
That's pretty damn good.
That's 4 playoff games, or what is it? 3 playoff games. 51 games. He started 48 regular season and 3 playoff games. Yeah. It's not 52. I'm sorry. It's 51. That's pretty special. I mean, that's pretty good. That's, and plus he's a big dude. He's taking hits. I mean, they've run read option with him. He's gotten killed. So, and he still takes a licking and keeps on ticking, as they say. So I'm not, he's probably an Iron Man, but I still need somebody with NFL experience that can get the ball to Amari Cooper. So my team, if Dak goes down, my team, Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup and the offensive line won't go, oh, man, it's over. Like, if Luke McCown comes trotting in, Amari Cooper knows, okay, I've seen that guy get the ball to people. I know he's going to get the ball to me still.
Right.
I want Dak to get healthy, but I know this guy, Luke McCown, can get the ball to me. And so I'd still run my routes, catch it. So I don't want anybody to feel defeated if we lost Dak. So Cooper Rush and Mike White, man, I think I've seen enough.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, this is a business. This is not for long. NFL means not for long, as Jerry Glanville used to say.
Yeah.
And I'd go ahead and I'd bring in a veteran.
Yeah. Probably about preseason game number 3, it is when you'll start seeing those veteran quarterbacks get cut from those teams. So you as a GM, you need to hang on for one more week. Just to see who gets cut and then who doesn't get cut. Now, as far as Cooper Rush and Mike White go, maybe you can try to trade them to get a 6th or a 7th round pick or a 5th round pick. Philadelphia Eagles just lost their backup quarterback to a broken wrist, I believe it. I believe it was. So they're in need of a quarterback. Maybe you can con them in to pick up your trash on the sideline here, but as a GM, as an owner, as a fan, we got to pump the brakes a little bit. Wait till preseason week number 3, and that is when you'll start seeing those veteran quarterbacks get cut from the team. That is when you'll see Teddy Bridgewater hit the minute you hear any news about Teddy Bridgewater getting cut from the Saints or being traded, the Cowboys better be on the phone with Teddy ASAP. That would be a great pickup.
Oh, it would be a great pickup. I would have traded for him, but I don't think the Saints are going to release him because they know that if Drew Brees goes down, they have Teddy Bridgewater, and I don't think Mike White and Cooper Rush are good enough to even trade. I mean, that's why you got to cut your losses with these guys. You have to go. Yeah, but you know what? You're right. Let's be patient. I'm normally patient. Yeah. I really am. I will wait. I'll give Cooper and Mike another, couple of weeks and, see what they do.
You don't got to give them any more weeks. To me, they are done. They are, they're just taking up space until some guy either, we're kind of like hanging out with this girl until the next one comes along because you still want to have some fun. So that's kind of what it is right now with Cooper Rush and Mike White here. So
So we'll just bide our time.
Right. So the first week of the NFL preseason is now officially under wraps. We are officially into week 2. What is your biggest takeaway from week 1 so far? What are you overreacting to or underreacting to?
Yeah, as far as the preseason goes, there was some good stories. There was that rugby player. Have you seen him he plays for the Buffalo Bills now? He did rugby, and he was the best rugby player. Like, he was awesome. Like, you couldn't catch him. I think he's an African guy or something like that. Like, he are from some island or something. But he showed up at rugby, and he was just like they would show the highlights of him on ESPN, and he was just taking stuff to the house on rugby.
Right.
Like, they weren't catching him. So, usually those guys, I mean, okay,
isn't that where Carlos Hyde came from with the 49ers? He was a rugby player over in Australia.
I don't know. I don't know too much. I know Carlos Hyde, he was the running back at Ohio State before Zeke.
Okay.
So I don't know if he played. I don't know if he had a rugby background or not. But Carlos Hyde was at Ohio State. Then Zeke replaced him, and then Mike Weber replaced Zeke.
Okay.
That's how. But anyways, this rugby player for the Bills, now the Bills signed him, and so first play, man, NFL, he takes it like 80 yards to the house. So the NFL people couldn't catch him either. So I forgot his name. He wears number 40. But, man, that was something to watch, man. And then there was a kid that was homeless, playing for the Cleveland Browns and lied his way onto the practice. And then he took his punt return to the house.
Yeah.
So both those guys, a rugby player and a homeless player, are taking stuff to the house, man. It just shows you, you have your dreams and your determination. Nothing can stop you. And also, let me see what else. The rookie quarterbacks were fun to watch. I thought Kyler Murray did a good job. Dwayne Haskins looked poor, and he made some throws where you're like, damn.
You're right.
That's a pretty good throw. That's what I saw from him on his pro day and everything else. But, yeah, he made some questionable throws. Kyler Murray did the check down thing. Daniel Jones looked good. And I still have reservations about him, but he did that against the second team. I think I mentioned earlier. He did that against the second team Jets squad, and they gave him easy stuff, man. It wasn't – but he looked decisive. I mean, he didn't look indecisive at all. He was decisive. So Daniel Jones got an A so far. Sam Darnold, I'm telling you right now, look, this is one of those weird ones where we'll be talking about this for years. Saquon Barkley is a beast.
Yes.
Okay? But, man, like, they could have had Sam Darnold. So, and if Daniel Jones doesn't cut it and Saquon Barkley becomes like this runner and they used him up 4 years and nothing happened and Sam Darnold, becomes, as good as Phillip Rivers, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to be looking back on it like they made a mistake taking even, Saquon Barkley. They could have had Sam Darnold. So, but Sam Darnold looked great for the Jets, man. That guy can make throws, uncoachable
He has a very strong arm.
Yeah, he's the real deal. And I heard his arm got even stronger over the offseason. So, that's just I liked Rosen against Fitzpatrick. That's pretty fun to watch. Who's going to start there in Miami? I like watching the quarterback play. The first few series of the quarterback play. It's pretty fun to watch. Oh man, and Baker Mayfield, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, man, like, 'cause you have these old heads like the Brees and the Bradys and the Aaron Rodgers. Yes, fabulous, right? But out of the young kids, when you watch Mahomes and Deshaun Watson and Baker Mayfield, that shit's fun.
Yeah.
Like, they look like they're having a blast. They're throwing in different arm angles and throwing in the wind. You're like, holy smokes. Like, these guys, these three right here, up and coming, are the real deal. Like, if I had to start a team, I wouldn't, if I had one quarterback to win me something this year, obviously you would choose Brady or Breeze, right? Like,
right.
Or Aaron Rodgers. But if you were starting a franchise, you wouldn't start with those guys. You would go Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson, and Mahomes. So that's, it's fun to watch those three. And they did. Deshaun Watson didn't play because, I mean, dude, you can't have him get hurt.
Right.
But Baker Mayfield went out there, and it looked like, week 10. He's just going out there throwing the ball all over the place, having fun. He looks like the young Brett Favre.
Yeah. Everything that you said, I have to concur pretty much everything on. But Browns fans, pump the brakes just a little bit. I know you guys are excited to have a good team that's going to flunk out of the first round of the playoffs again. But you guys still pump the brakes. You're still going to be an 8-8 team.
Oh, man. I see, man. That's where we totally differ. Like, this dude's a real deal quarterback. Hey, and Tom, in terms of fantasy football, if Baker Mayfield's sitting, You know how many touchdowns that fool's going to throw this year after Mahomes? Look who he's got. He's going to throw a lot of touchdowns.
You're right.
Listen, I will be shocked if over-under on touchdowns, if it's like 36, I'll be shocked if it was under.
Okay.
He's going to throw near 40.
Yeah, like a week or two before the season starts, we'll have to break down the quarterbacks just a little bit and just give them some over/under picks. Speaking of fantasy football, the Marcus and Mike Fantasy Football League is officially out there, guys. So jump on our Facebook page. I have the link up there as well. Posted on Twitter, or just go to ESPN.com and look for Marcus and Mike Fantasy Football League. So we have 12 spots that were available. The last I checked, we're down to about 6 or 7. So it's filling up fast. So join us on that. It's just some good time, guys. It's free. It's for bragging rights. Maybe I'll get a little mock trophy made up and I can ship it out to the person who wins it. But it's that time of the show again, Marcus, where we're breaking down NFL schedules. We've broken down the Chiefs. We've broken down the Patriots. We've broken down the Dolphins. Now it's time to break down the Los Angeles Chargers, possibly another number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
Starting off week number 1, the Chargers are at home taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Who do you got?
Chargers will beat the Indianapolis Colts week 1. I think the Chargers are the real deal. We talked about that last week. I think Kansas City will probably win the division. How many wins did we have Kansas City? Do you remember that? Or
yes, you have them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We both have them at 12-4.
Yeah, I think Kansas. This is going to be a great race. The Philadelphia and the Dallas Cowboy race will be a 2-team race. This is also going to be another 2-team race in this division, and this is going to be great to watch. I mean. Listen, if you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan, and I'm not, I just think they're going to win the Super Bowl. You are. Every week, you got to be paying attention to what the Chargers are doing.
Yeah.
Like, really, that's going to be your measuring stick. Because the loser, what you're telling me, Michael, the loser just is going to be the 5th seed.
Yep.
That's crazy.
1 to 5. No middle.
See, if the NFL reworks that, the loser would be the 3rd seed. Or, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That should be okay. But they're not doing that this year, so...
I don't think they'll ever change.
Yeah, so I got the Chargers winning week 1.
Yeah, exactly. We posted a poll up there on our Facebook page. Who was the bigger race to watch? Was it the Chiefs and Chargers, or was the Cowboys Eagles? The Chargers and Chiefs are currently leading with 60%. Some people are asking why we only picked those 2 divisions. Simply because I think that is going to be the closest 2 divisions to watch. So just to answer that person's question. But just back to our game talks here, I have the Chargers winning the Colts as well. We said it many, many times, again, opening day at home, got to go with the home team.
Absolutely.
Week number 2, traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions. Now, who do you got?
Did we pick the Detroit schedule yet? We did,
not.
Right?
Nope.
We have not. Okay. Nah, I mean, the Charge. Golly, should I give them a loss here? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if this is Detroit's home opener.
It is.
You know what? It is. You know what? I'm going to give the Chargers a loss right here. Shockingly.
Okay.
I think
I like your style.
No.
But what I just said about the home games, I got to go the exact opposite of what I just said. Chargers are just too much for the Lions, unfortunately. Lions, like I've said before, they suck. They're going to be horrible this year. Week number 3, back at home, take on the Houston Texans. Who do you got?
Man, I got the Chargers beating Houston. That's painful for me to say. But, yeah, Chargers will bounce back and beat Houston.
Yeah, I believe I haven't picked my games yet, so I'm thinking here. I'm gonna have to go with Houston on this one. I just think Houston's defense is just strong enough, just grungy enough, just to hold the Chargers down. So giving us a week 4 matchup at Miami, we have them both beating Miami at Miami, and then they travel to Denver. You have them beating Denver. I have them beating Denver as well. Next game we're picking is at home versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Who do you got?
And this is Sunday Night Football, Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm going to go ahead and they're at home, right? I'll take the Chargers.
You take the Chargers at home. Yeah. I am taking the Chargers at home as well. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be good this season, but they're going to take a little bit step back. Yes, they missed the playoffs last year, but that was highly due because they were waiting on Le'Veon Bell to come back. Antonio Brown with his antics. This is a year removed from them, and it's going to show versus a good team such as the Chargers. Yeah. Next week they travel into Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans. Who do you got?
I'll take the Chargers again, beating Tennessee. I'll take the Chargers. This was the London game last year.
Yes.
Phillip Rivers scored in the last seconds to beat the Tennessee. I'll go ahead and I'll take San Diego. I mean, there we go, San Diego. I'll take the LA Chargers.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm taking the Chargers. San Diego, like LA, it doesn't matter. It's still the Chargers.
Right.
Next week they are traveling to Chicago to take on the Bears. Who do you got?
I'll take the Bears in this one, Soldier Field. This will be, the Chargers will be their second loss or whatever.
Yeah, so this one I was going back and forth on a lot because I do like the Bears, but I don't like them to beat a team like the Chargers that can score pretty much at will. So I am picking the Bears to win this game because they are at home. I think they step up for this game. Giving us a next week matchup back at home, take on the Packers.
No, I'll take the Chargers beating the Packers.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. As I think the Packers will win their division, they won't beat the Chargers.
Okay.
Next week, their first division game at Oakland. Who do you got?
It's Thursday Night Football, and I'm taking the Oakland Raiders at home Thursday Night Football.
And I am as well. I don't know what it is. Like I just like Oakland, but I have them winning a lot of big games. I had them beating the Chiefs, and then I had them beating the Chargers. I like as well. Giving us a next week matchup, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. We both have them beating the Kansas City Chiefs, I believe. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Going into the bye week.
Yeah, and they'll have 11 days to prepare for the Chiefs, and it's a night game. I will take the Chargers in that one. Go ahead, what?
Yeah, and then we go into the bye week, and then next week they're at the Denver Broncos. I believe you have them losing to the Denver Broncos that week. I have them losing as well, giving us a week 14 matchup at Jacksonville Jaguars.
We didn't pick Jacksonville's schedule, right?
No.
Not yet. How many wins do I have them at now?
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm going to have them beating the Jacksonville Jaguars, week 14. They're coming off of a loss to Denver. So, they'll beat Jacksonville coming in.
Yeah, I had them beating Jacksonville as well. I don't like the Jacksonville quarterback play. And to win in December, I don't care if you're at home, on the road, or Mexico, or in London.
Right.
You have to have good quarterback play to win. And Jacksonville quarterback's going to be probably mediocre pretty much all year. Given the Chargers back home at the LA Coliseum, take on the Minnesota Vikings. Who do you got?
And this is another night game. This is Sunday Night Football also. Minnesota at home. That's a weird kind of a Sunday night. I mean, I don't know why they would want to promote the Chargers 30,000 seat stadium. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's in LA. It's not in Minnesota. I would have had this game at Minnesota in their new stadium. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I mean, they're having a hard time putting announcers places because it's so small. Why would you even have this on TV? You know what I mean?
Right.
But I have on here 8:20. It's a 7:20 Central. Like this. So this is a night game. So that's weird to me. So it's not at Minnesota. I'll have the Chargers winning this one. The Chargers will beat Minnesota.
Yeah, I had the Chargers beating Minnesota as well. Minnesota Vikings are going to be good with Kirk Cousins. I saw them play a little bit Saturday afternoon, I believe it was. They look solid, but the Chargers are going to be clicking at this time.
Yeah.
They're making that strong push for that number 1 seed, giving us a Week 16 matchup at home versus Oakland.
This is a massacre. They will destroy the Oakland Raiders, or the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, or whatever. They are moving to Las Vegas next year, so I guess we should start saying, right? I thought that was written in stone.
Yeah,
because
they are building a stadium, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, why would they? Yeah, so anyways, the Las Vegas Raiders or whatever, they're going to smash them. And then that gives them 11 victories for me, which sets down, here it comes, the Chiefs and the Chargers are coming into the final game of the year, both 11-4. Winner take all, first or second seed.
Yeah, this Oakland game is a must-win for them. So exactly like what you said, this is going to be a massacre. They're going to show up. Oakland has already folded on themselves like on the year. Antonio Brown hasn't come to practice. He is kicked off the team, fined $6.6 million for missing the last 3 games. So giving us, I have the same exact schedule or same exact record as like you at 11-5. But of course, we already both have them losing to Kansas City that final week of the game.
If a turnover here or there, I mean, can you imagine? If San Diego wins that game, then they're 12-4, and the Chiefs are 11-5.
Yeah, and it's crazy that you go basically from best to worst in like a 1-game playoff scenario in that Week 17 matchup versus the Chiefs. However, looking at the Chargers schedule, it's pretty favorable in their favor here. They play a lot of big games, but they play those games at home. They play Indy at home. They play Houston at home. They play Pittsburgh at home. They play Packers at home.
Damn, that's lucky as hell.
Those are all games that they can that they can win. I have them losing that 1 game versus Houston. So I believe you had them beating Houston, but they sweep those teams. You are looking at the number 1 seed, Los Angeles Chargers there.
And what they have over the Chiefs is they have a better defensive front than the Chiefs. Listen, the Chiefs have a pretty good player in Chris Jones, and they drafted Saunders in the draft to go with Chris Jones. But you're talking Joey Bosa, man, and Brandon Mebane. Brandon was part of the Seattle Seahawks 2 Super Bowl runs and their great defense there in Seattle. Now he starts at nose tackle for the Chargers now. Joey Bosa can get to the quarterback from that 5 technique almost as well as J.J. Watt can. And then they drafted their first-round pick, Jerry Tillery, out of Notre Dame. Those 3 starters up front are pretty damn good. They can go with anybody. Then they signed Thomas Davis. He's a former Panther. And Melvin Ingram can get to the passer as well as anybody. So their front 7 is better than Kansas City's, even with Kansas City getting Frank Clark. And I've mentioned some of the other players. Okafor that the Chiefs have that can go opposite of Clark. That's good at rushing the passer. So I'll give the edge to the Chargers when you're comparing Chiefs Chargers. The Chargers front 7's better, but the Kansas City Chiefs offense is better than the Los Angeles Chargers offense. So there's the edge. So these teams are pretty evenly matched, and that's why it is going to come down to that final week. Both teams coming in at 11-4, and I got Mahomes winning that game like 38-37. That's going to be an all-timer. That's going to be a great game.
Yeah. These last couple of years between the Chargers and the Chiefs, the Chiefs were they were basically 12-4. They've all had 11+ wins the last 2 seasons. This will be the 3rd year that they have 11+ wins. If this continues to be a trend, I think the NFL has to readjust of how they do playoff seeding, because if you are a 11-5 team and then you have to travel to a 7-9, New England Patriots again, just because the Chiefs were they won 13 games the last four or 5 seasons to year 12. I mean, the NFL would have to address that 100%. But the couple year anomaly that they've had, so I'm hoping the Chargers do well, get 11-12 wins, but they're still that 5th seed. So the NFL has reason to adjust the playoffs.
Listen, I'm right with you. I don't know why they haven't changed this in the past. The worst case scenario, and I think I told you this probably about a month ago, you'd have thought the NFL would have changed it then. The Seattle Seahawks, before they became the Legion of Boom and all that stuff, this is pre-Russell Wilson. They won their division at 7. They won their division at 7-9.
Yep.
And the New Orleans Saints had to go to Seattle, and that's when Marshawn Lynch did his famous run. Do you remember that run?
Yeah.
Where he knocked over about 4 or 5 New Orleans Saints on the way to a 60-yard touchdown. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was the playoff game. The Seattle was 7-9, and New Orleans was like 11-5 or 10-6, traveling to a 7-9 team.
Yeah.
That's the worst I've ever heard. As a matter of fact, after that, everybody was talking about that you can't win a division unless you would go 8-8. Like you can't win the division at 7-9.
Well, when your division's that bad, you went I believe that year the 49ers and Cardinals both went 2-14. And then who else is in that division?
But wait a minute, Michael, though, you still have to beat other teams. Like you can't. I would have adopted that rule. If you win your division and you go 7-9, you drop out of the playoffs, and another team that went 9-7 takes your spot from another division.
So basically, what you're saying is you want to cancel out the divisions 100% then.
I would be in favor of that, but not necessarily. But you cannot get into the playoffs with a losing record.
Okay.
I would say that.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is you want the division still, but you do not want the division winner to guarantee a top 4 playoff seed or a playoff seed. Period. I mean, like you can still have your divisions and rivalries and and stuff, but the top 6 teams make it to the show.
Listen, we can do that. That's fine. But I'm not even advocating that. I'm just telling you that if you're not 8-8, you're not in the playoffs. I don't give a shit if you won your division at the final week of the year. And think about it. How can a 7-9 team be in the playoffs? That bothers me.
Then you can go back to where that 7-9 team beat the 11-5 Saints. So why don't they deserve to be in the playoffs?
They shouldn't even have got that opportunity because they were 7-9.
Right.
And they got it at home. It was a bit, you know what I mean? Like they get a home game, or you want to change the rule. If you're not at least 8-8, you can't get a home game. So they could have won their division at 7-9, and then they had to travel to New Orleans.
I like the rule where I like the fact that you reward winning your division one way or the other. I do not like that you automatically get a top 4 seed. If you win the division, you can get a spot in the playoffs, but that does not guarantee you a home game or a top 4 seed. Okay, so you would have had.
Okay, so I would even have bend a little bit on that one, even if I wouldn't have totally agreed. So you would have had Seattle still in the playoffs, but they traveled to New Orleans.
Right.
Okay, I bet New Orleans would have won.
Well, actually, if I remember correctly, the Seahawks would have been a 6 seed. And then the Saints would have been as high as a 3 seed, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you are correct. They would have played each other. Yeah,
they just played in New Orleans then. Yeah. I bet New Orleans would have won that game then.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, the Seattle home crowd really affected Breeze in that one. That was a big deal.
That is when the quote loudest stadium in the world, the 12th man, really started to take effect there. So.
Right.
But, guys, that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we're going to break down the Antonio Brownless Oakland Raiders. Give the black hole a little bit of love, even though they don't deserve it, because they're just as bad as the Bengals are. But it is what it is.
And then tomorrow, NBA schedule release.
Yes, NBA schedule does come out fully this afternoon, actually.
Right.
So we'll get time to look at that, kind of circle some key games, and pick and choose some Christmas games as well. So, guys, join us tomorrow. Join the Marcus and Mike talk show, Fantasy Football League, on there at ESPN.com. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Hey, you! Listening to RTF Radio. This is Micah Buckheister. I'm with Just for Clicks. Join me live Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock p.m. East Coast time. You have live, raw, and uncut sports talk. Join me. It's a great time, y'all.
Side with me. Just because you hating on me don't mean we a rivalry. This food for thought. I know about neuroscience, see. No need for that focus spoon. This one for your mind and eat. See, I'm not trying to preach. Me, I'm just trying to reach out and let them know no giving up. Get that offensive rebound. Cause any day could be your last, and know that they will never break you long as you control the glass. The world back to this and that about your color. It's starting to feel like Mars for nothing. Damn, did we forget about the dream that had us stitched together? Now we breaking from the seams. No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day no more. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day no more. I hope that no more of my people go away, you know. But it's cold out here, keep it cold out here. You gotta pray.
I ain't looking back on my past, I don't need the review. I'm looking forward to the future with a clear view. And yeah, they can try and walk them out, but these the wrong shoes. Can you relate to being down and out? Just seems to haunt you. You start from the bottom, only option is to come up. My past is not Maybelline, so that I just can't make up. The same one stab you in your back, quick to shake up. And you can chase the situation long as you wake up. This cold world freezing, bruh, I'm trying to get a winter coat. And when they start burning bridges, get a bigger boat. Now I'm paying for my past mistakes like a scapegoat. And I can see they true colors without a microscope.
No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day no more. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day no more. I hope that no more of my people go away, you know. But it's cold out here, keep it cold out here. You gotta pray. Let's go. I've been feeling down, but don't worry, I'ma stand up. I gotta stay strong, even though they shot my man up. See, I thought I was the sickest till my cousin died from cancer. Now I feel like Michigan, cause I'm on top of Indiana Street. Feeling down, but don't worry, I'ma stand up. I gotta stay strong, even though they shot my man up. See, I thought I was the sickest till my cousin died from cancer. Now I feel like Michigan, cause I'm on top of Indiana Street. No happy day, I'm on top of Indiana Street. No happy day, I'm on top of Indiana Street. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day no more. I'm tired of losing all my people to the streets, you know. But it's hard out here when it's all you know. This how we raise. Let's go. No happy day, no happy day, no happy day, no happy day no more. I hope that no more of my people go away, you know. But it's cold out here, keep it cold out here. You gotta pray. Let's go.
Yeah, this one of those joints. About to take a trip from life. My plane leave in 5 minutes. About to take a trip from life. Can't worry about who do you wrong, even if you treat them right. I know that I be stressing out. Ganja keep me out my feelings. Cool on all the fake love, so you know that I be chilling. I just need a lot of space. The moon is my paradise. Looking for what to give, couldn't find a campsite. Trying to book a round trip, only found it one way. Rolling up another one while we on this overlay. Captain of the flight I took had a little turbulence. Tried to shoot the dream down, prep with the air defense. Needed me a fire hook, D-Rob helped me steer the plane. Soul food on the private jet, twisting up Miss Mary Jane. About to take a trip from life.
About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I
type of trips. They might get to take secrets love. In first class, counting cash, rolling grass and paper planes. Superman ain't here to save you, and you not Miss Lois Lane. Stewardess is stupid thick. Mary is this beauty name. Say she smoked that OG Kush, so she not no plain Jane. Malaysia, what I call this smoke. Might go missing on this trip. A lot of people acting funny. Sunday morning comic strip. I roll alone, I smoke alone. I don't need your fellowship. This ticket cost me some chips, but I still chose to dip. You say you wanna do what? But she scared of heights. Rolling up this backwood, cause I don't wanna miss my flight. Oh, your man bugging out. You don't have the time to fight. Soon as I pass the light, baby, take this trip from life. Yeah, you can stay the night.
About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different
I
flight.
put my thoughts up in my swisher, smoke my pain away. You know when it rain, it pour, and it's a rainy day. Time to get up on this mission. Gotta make another run. Blowing all this green. I'm looking like a leprechaun. I can't let your mind get the best of me. Yeah, I put that up on Stephanie. Gotta make these ends meet. I know you niggas wanna end me. You ain't a stand-up nigga. That's why you niggas can't stand me. I'ma bust you like a grape before I let her fully jam me. I got my second, I'm coolin'. Shorty, she clapping that booty. I just smacked her on the cheek. Then I told her, let me see. You gon' have to free that thing. You know ain't shit free. I rolled up on the arch, then lit that kitty straight to sleep.
I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different flight. I'm staying up to 5, getting high. About to take a trip from life. First I break the baggie down just to get a different height. Then I roll the baggie up, going on a different flight.
It's your boy JTiggs. Long gifted family, if they ever mention me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Let a nigga say I can't, I made it happen then. Realest nigga in the room, y'all a bunch of mannequins. The loudest in the room is smoke, I may never speak again. Looking for a sheep's opinion, it's the wrong lines then. Niggas start to count me out, I just count it up. Half off on haters cashing out cause I ain't got enough. Attitude Sierra Rust, I ain't used to give a fuck on niggas next like bow ties. I don't plan on letting up. Told niggas I was taking off, ain't no catching up. Always counting blessings, being lucky just ain't good enough. Nowadays niggas need Oscars, stay acting tough. Money ain't the topic, then my name you shouldn't bring it up. Niggas told me I was fake, it didn't mean much. Wake them up like coaches, they just hit me with the mean mugs. Throwing dirt on JTiggs, gon' drag it through the mud. Long as they keep talking about me, I'll never be a dud. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Heard niggas talking about me, but I got tunnel hearing. Seen niggas turn on me, must be full of power steering. Standing on my own 10, guess that I was overbearing. Lord protect me from the rumors, people started disappearing. A lot of people talking shit, guess they got a potty mouth. If they ever talk me down, they can never talk me out. I don't do the sneak, this is called that a whisper out. Money talk, most you niggas quiet as a church mouth. Silency is secrecy, I don't really talk a lot. If you not talking money, then I might just lose my train of thought. When you start making moves, that's gonna bring the gossip out. If they talking on my name, that's what they gon' gossip about. You heard that I'm moving up, bitch, this ain't the Jeffersons. Wanna tell my peers something, tell them who I'm better than. Talk with moms the other day, she told me that I better win. Love a lot of people in the spring, foul weather friends. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about keep on talking about me. Long as the money come, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm dropping songs, they gon' keep on talking about me. Long as I'm getting paid, they gon' keep on talking about me. Fuck opinions anyway, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Hey, hey, let them keep on talking about me. Fuck them niggas' opinions, that don't mean shit, keep them talking about me. Hey.